playoff game. Super excited to have you here. We're going to do just a quick audio check. Those of you that are on the stream with us tonight, can we get you to hit the comments? Let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. We want to make sure everything on our end is working. If we don't see those comments coming through, then we're going to check some audio stuff on our end. But hopefully we've got that audio coming where you can hear us loud and clear. So let us know in the comments if you can hear us. Just doing a quick audio check. We're still about
field.
Referee getting ready to toss the coin for the Elks and the Bobcats here. Toss is up. It looks like Benson has won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. So I imagine the Elks will go ahead and take the ball. So the Elks will receive. Benson Bobcats will be defending the south end zone here in the Dome. Round Valley will be working from our left to right. You'll be seeing that on the stream. We'll be receiving the kickoff down in the north end zone, and Round Valley will take the ball first.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game. I mean, Benson, from what I understand, I didn't see the first game, but from what I understand, this is a tough team. It's got one player in particular that is just phenomenal. We're looking forward to seeing him play tonight. I believe his name was Carson Barney.
Yeah, number 28, Carson Barney. In the first game we played against the Bobcats, I remember Barney's name getting called quite a bit. I didn't have a chance to get to that game. But I believe that kid is a stud. If any of his family's listening, you need to be proud of that young man. So we're excited to get this game going. Benson Bobcats head out onto the field. Number 8 for the Bobcats will have kickoff duties, Mundo Esparza. And also, any Bobcat fans that are on the live stream, we do our best to pronounce your players' names as accurately as we can. But we know we're not going to get it 100%. So if you are watching on the live stream and we butcher any of those names, please feel free to correct us. We do want to call these boys by their right names. We want to make sure that we give them the honor and respect that they deserve and the shout-outs that they need. So if we mess any of those up, please let us know how we can correct those, and we'll happily do that. Also, if there's any numbers that are wrong, we do have a roster here, but more often than not, we do have maybe just a couple last-minute changes with jersey numbers. So, number 8, Esparza for the Bobcats, back to kick. Short kick fielded by number 7, Dylan Jordan, trying to go right up the middle. Spin move, brings it out to about the 42-yard line. Dylan Jordan, that's where the Elks will start. 1st and 10, first possession of this round 2 playoff game.
Indeed. Just hit us up in the comments. Let us know how the stream is looking.
Also, make sure that you can see the video. Let us know if you've got video access. Want to make sure. Make sure you can see the video. All right. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Elks from their own 42-yard line. Taven Bevel in the backfield. He'll be your quarterback for the Elks for tonight. Taven Bevel from the shotgun, one in the backfield with him. Bevel takes a snap, hands off to Mark Irigoyen. He's headed up the middle. He's got a good run. He's making moves past the 50, all the way out, past the 40, down to the Benson Bobcat 36-yard line. Finally pushed out by number 21 for the Bobcats, Nick Redmond, assisted there by number 6, Dondre Villalobos. Huge run to start the game by number 44, Mark Irigoyen.
That's what we've come to expect from Mark.
Absolutely. I mean, last week the Round Valley Elks had close to 400 yards rushing, and Mark Irigoyen had over 100 himself. And so we expect to see a big running game from Irigoyen. Bevel in the backfield as well. He's got Irigoyen to his right this time. Takes the snap. Hands off to Irigoyen again. He's moving left. Gets tripped up by number 26 for the Bobcats, Devin Bowling. Pickup of about 5 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Elks from the Benson Bobcat 31-yard line. Number 3 for the Elks, Kyron Clark checking into the game. He's going to split out wide to the near side of the field, Round Valley's right side. Bevel still in the shotgun. Irigoyen now to his left. He's got Caleb Newby in the slot over to the left. Hands off to Irigoyen again. Gets a couple blocks, throws a stiff arm. Almost caught from behind. One tackle finally brought down by number 13 for the Bobcats, Corey Thumb. Huge run by Mark Irigoyen. Picked up enough yardage for the first down, all the way down to the 25-yard line of the Bobcats. So 1st and 10 from the Elks from the 25. And once again, we see that strong running game from Irigoyen and from the Round Valley Elks.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
Absolutely. 3 plays, 3 runs, all to Mark Irigoyen. Lots of yardage. We had a substitution. Irigoyen's off the field. Seth Wiltbank now in the game. Taven Bevel still in shotgun. Wiltbank to his right. Bevel hands off to Seth Wiltbank. He cuts up the field, able to, ball, looks like ball's on the ground. No whistle yet. We got helmets on the field. We got the ball on the ground.
Looks like he gained about 8 yards on the play.
Round Valley was able to come up with the fumble. Gain of about 8 after all of the commotion. Helmets are back on. 2nd and 2 for the Elks. About the 17-yard line of the Bobcats. Irigoyen's checked back in now. He's to the right of Taven Bevel, quarterback.
Bevel from the shotgun. Irigoyen back.
Center is Cisco for the Elks.
2nd and 2.
Irigoyen moves over to Bevel's left. Cisco with the snap, coming up. Bevel's going to keep it, move to the left himself. Gets a good block out there by J.P. McCall. He makes the corner. Pushed out of bounds. Picks up enough yardage for the first down. Pushed out about the 9-yard line. So that's going to be 1st and goal for the Elks from the 9-yard line. Quarterback keeper for Taven Bevel. Taven Bevel also had over 100 yards rushing last week in the first round of the playoffs, contributing to that overall rush total for the Elks. Good to see that several players getting in. We had 3 players all over 100 yards rushing last week. Seth Wiltbank was the 3rd. So looking to get that running game going. Haven't seen a pass attempt yet from the Elks. Bevel again in the shotgun. Irigoyen to his right. Snap comes, handoff to Irigoyen. He moves up the middle, hit immediately by number 54. Wrapped up by the rest of the team. 54, Anthony Grassi for the Bobcats. Only a gain of about a yard. We're going to go 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Elks in the huddle. Break the huddle. We've got Clark and Soderquist split out to the right as receivers. Irigoyen in the backfield with Taven Bevel. Caleb Newby lined up in the slot. Bevel's going to throw it. Kyron Clark was the intended receiver. Pass was incomplete. Dropped right on the goal line. Coverage by number 6 for the Bobcats. Dondre Villalobos had really good coverage on that play. Just smothered Kyron Clark. Didn't allow him to get any hands on the ball.
Yep. Sorry about that, Sherrod. I was dealing with a few small issues we're going, so I should be back now, hopefully.
Hey, no worries, no worries. All right, Bevel in the shotgun. Irigoyen split out to his left. Bevel's going to keep it, trying to make the corner. Tried to cut up the field, lost his footing, fell to the ground. We had a late flag come in right where the tackle was made. We'll check and see what this flag is.
Yeah, I saw the turf monster get him, but I didn't see the flag. But around the corner like that, that's typically a holding call.
Typically is. I'm wondering, though, if it may have been a late hit. What do we've got? Holding. You're right, Ethan. It is holding against the Elks.
Holding penalty against the Elks.
So as Taven was trying to catch the corner there was a holding penalty against the Elks. That was 3rd down, so if Benson accepts the penalty, that'll move the Elks back, and it'll remain 3rd down. If they decline the penalty, then it will go to 4th down. Bobcats have declined the penalty, so that will bring up 4th down and about 8. And it looks like we're going to have the field goal team coming out on the field. Sergio Camunez out to attempt a field goal. Dylan Jordan will be your long snapper. Taven Bevel will hold. Sergio Camunez, we're looking at just a 25-yard field goal. Should be a basic, just a chip shot for Sergio. He is kicking from the left hash. Snaps good, holds down, kick is up. And it's good. Sergio Camunez going to put the Elks on the board first. The Elks take the lead 3-0 on a 25-yard field goal from Sergio Comunez. Elks fans in the building are going to stand, sing the fight song. If you feel so inclined, do so in your living room. I'm not going to sing it for you, but you can do it if you want to. Ethan, what do you think so far?
Well, you know, it's such a great and awesome thing for a high school team to have a kicker as reliable as Comunez. I mean, not a lot of schools have that, so as tempted as I was and as much as I wanted to push the Pop Shop touchdown button, I didn't get to, but we'll take the 3 points.
Hey, that's okay. Just mentioning the Pop Shop just makes me happy, Ethan. I mean, come on. All right, so Elks are going to line up for the kickoff. Comunez also has kickoff duties for the Elks. He'll kick from the Elks 40, back deep for the Bobcats. Looks like we've got number 6, DeAndre Villalobos, and also number 26, Devin Bowling, for the Bobcats. Comunez has the leg to kick it into the end zone. When he gets a hold of it, it'll sail. Here comes the kick. Kick is deep. Over the head of number 26. Bounces into the end zone. That will be a touchback. No return for the Bobcats.
Looks like he wanted to return it. He just sort of misjudged it, and it went right over his head there.
Yeah, he moved up to catch it, and it sailed a little further than he was expecting.
Yeah, you can't trust those bounces. Those footballs, they kind of do whatever they want.
Absolutely. So Bobcats will take over from their own 20-yard line. This will be our first look at the Bobcat offense. Elks come out on defense. For the Bobcats, we're going to have
Benson under center.
Yeah, I can't see his number.
Quarterback under center. We'll get you his number and name in just a second. Number 7 takes the snap, pitches out to the left. Carson Barney, running back, received the pitch, tried to make the corner, got a yard on that play. Quarterback number 7, Talon Palmer. Palmer pitched to Barney, gain of about 1, 2nd and 9 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, just a huge shout out to our first quarter sponsor, Woodland Building Center. Thank you so much. Without the sponsors' help, we couldn't bring this broadcast to you. So again, huge help to Woodland Building Center.
All right, Palmer under center. He's going to keep it, looking to pass. Hit in the backfield, dropped by number 55, Trevor Wilson with a huge sack. Number 7, Talon Palmer was trying to get back far enough and around the corner to complete a pass, and Trevor Wilson just ran him down. Big loss on the play.
Yeah, now Benson's looking at 3rd and about a mile.
Yeah, loss of about 12 or 13 on that play. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 22 for the Bobcats. 3rd and 22. Palmer's going to come under center. He's got 2 in the backfield behind him in the I formation. I imagine we'll see a pass here. Palmer drops straight back. Ball's loose in the end zone. Round Valley's going to recover. Touchdown, Elks! Ball was stripped in the end zone. Number 8, I believe we're looking at Cade Hogle, stripped the quarterback and recovered the ball in the end zone. No, excuse me, is that Rowdy Rivera? Let me look at that. Is number 8, Rowdy Rivera.
Rowdy Rivera with some monster defense.
See, I'm not sure. I still think it's Cade Hogle. We're going to get that clarified for you. I really don't think that that's Rowdy, but we're going to figure that out. Anyway, Elks score a touchdown, 9-0. Here comes the extra point from Community. We had a bad hold on that snap. Couldn't quite get the kickoff. So that'll leave the Elks 9-0 with an early lead in the first quarter. 7:02 left in the first quarter for the Elks.
Huge sponsor from Benson tonight. Pablo's Steakhouse or Steak and man, I just had it open and then I flipped off.
Sorry, Pablo's.
I know.
We'll get you some love in just a minute.
Pablo Steaks and More. Thank you.
There we go.
There we go.
So super excited to have some sponsors on here from Benson tonight. I know we've got some locations there in Benson that are showing the game tonight. Happy to bring this game to the Benson fans, and super appreciative of Pablo Steak and More for being a sponsor of our live stream tonight.
Not only that, they're actually doing a viewing party at Pablo's Steak tonight.
Fantastic. Well, that's exciting. Huge shout out to everybody at Pablo's. Thanks for joining us. So Camunez, I'm going to get his name right before the end of the season, I promise. Camunez coming to kick. Again, we've got 26 and number 8. Kick's going to come to 26. Devin Bowling, he's going to move up the field, try to go to his right, met by number 8. Cade Hogle. So we did clarify, number 8 is Cade Hogle. He was the one that recovered the touchdown, made a huge tackle just now on the kick return, didn't allow the Bobcats to get too much further. It's only 20 out to the 21-yard line. That's where Benson will start this drive.
I'm up and running, guys, by the way.
Hey, happy to have Steven join us. We were having some technical difficulties this evening with headset, but it sounds like we've got audio. He can hear us. We'll get some chimes. One of the benefits is we're going to have some stats coming in from him. He's keeping our stats tonight, so we'll be able to share some of those things with you as we keep going. Palmer under center is going to keep it himself, roll out to his right. Pass complete over the middle. Reception made by number 5, Dante Harris. Gain of about 8 on the play. Nice pitch and catch there from Palmer to Harris. Good pickup for the Bobcats. 2nd and 2 from their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's how you want to respond. If you have a mistake like that, fumble in the end zone, you want to come out, nice solid 8-yard gain. That's the way to get back after it.
Absolutely. Got to establish that passing game if they're going to want to be able to run as well. Handoff goes first man up the middle. Ball's on the ground. Looks like he was able to scoop it back in. We'll see who comes up with it after the whistle.
You know, fumble aside, I think he's still got the first down yardage.
Yeah, number 34 on the carry for the Bobcats. And I don't have number 34 on my roster. So anybody from Benson that's watching number 34, if you've got a name for number 34, let us know what his name is so we can give him some recognition. He was able to get the first down and recover the fumble after Chase Barney, we're hearing. All right, Chase Barney is number 34. We'll remember that. Quick handoff up the middle.
Handoff's going to be really quick up the middle, a little bit to the right side. Gain of about 3 yards on the play.
Actually, looks like Palmer kept that one. So quarterback keeper for Talon Palmer. Gain of about 4 on that play. 2nd and 6 for the Bobcats.
Indeed. Also in Benson, G&F Pizza Palace, another viewing party in Benson tonight.
Hey, fantastic. Thanks, G&F Pizza Palace. Thanks for joining us tonight. Happy to have you guys on the live stream. Thanks for supporting your Benson Bobcats. Huge play here for the Bobcats. Handoff to number 28. This is Carson Barney. He's the one we were talking about before the game started. Super good athlete, senior for the Benson Bobcats. Has a huge first down run around the left-hand side and moves the ball all the way out to the Bobcats' 46, 47-yard line, where they'll start this next series, 1st and 10 from their own 47. Palmer under center, I formation behind him, fakes the handoff, looks to pass, throws over the middle, intercepted. Number 1, Seth Wiltbank, jumped that route, jumped right in front of the intended receiver, number 5, Dante Harris. Seth Wiltbank with a sliding interception. Man, he's done that several times this season, come up with huge interceptions for the Elks, and that young man's only a sophomore. Man, it's going to be fun to watch him play the next couple of years. Huge interception there for Seth Wiltbank.
Sophomore for the Round Valley Elks. You're going to be seeing a lot more of him. 1st and 10 from the Elks on their own 45-yard line.
So Elks will take over from their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Taven Bevel in the backfield, got Mark Irigoyen to his right. 2 receivers wide out. Snap comes to Bevel. He hands off straight up the middle to Irigoyen. He's got a lane right up the middle. Pickup of about 13 or 14 on that. Picks up a first down. Huge run by Mark Irigoyen straight up the middle. Excellent blocking from the Round Valley line to open that hole. So the Elks will get another series 1st and 10, moved into Bobcat territory. Ball placed about the 42-yard line of the Benson Bobcats. Round Valley's on the move.
Yeah, I tried cutting to instant replay, and obviously it froze right when I did that, so apologies for that awkward sequence we just went through.
All right, Bevel's going to keep it. He's throwing deep. Ball was a little bit short. Man, number 3, jump ball. Kyron Clark tried to go up and get it. Tipped out of his hands. Coverage for the Bobcats. I'm going to get you a number as soon as he turns. I think it's number 13. 13, Corey Thumb for the Benson Bobcats on the coverage. Made a good play to get that ball out of Kyron Clark's hands. 2nd and 10 for the Elks.
We'll see what they decide to go with here.
Bevel in the shotgun. Irigoyen to his right. Hands off to Irigoyen. He's going to move out to the right, trying to make the corner. Turns the Jets on. Does get stopped. Whistle's blown. Couldn't get him down to the ground. Tackle made by number 40. Brian Gutierrez for the Benson Bobcats, but we do have a flag on the play.
Yeah,
so
it was right in the middle
flag.
of the field. It was two linemen. So I'm thinking that's either a holding or a block in the back, possibly, with the way it went.
Hands to the face.
Yeah, I think that was illegal, hands to the face, but it was against the Elks. So that'll move the Elks back.
Oh, thank you for the pronunciation on that. It's tomb, not thumb.
Hey, there we go. We're going to pronounce it right from now on. This is why we do this. Thanks, guys, for pronouncing that in, for letting us know. I think that was Matt Merrill. Thank you very much. So that young man, Corey Toom. All right, so that's going to move the Elks back, put them back in their own territory. Ball spotted about the 48-yard line of the Elks. Going to bring up 2nd and long.
4:05 left in the first quarter of play.
Bevel back in the shotgun. Looks like Dylan Jordan to his left. Bevel's going to keep it. He's going to keep it himself, run up the left-hand side. He's headed up the middle. Almost get all the yardage back. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of a first down. Big run there by Taven Bevel.
Yeah, he found some open field and just went for it.
Yeah, found a great hole and able to cut back into the middle. He was trying to get to the outside and saw the lane up the middle. Able to cut it back and pick up a huge gain. So we're looking at about 3rd and 4 for the Elks. Number 5, Javon Ortiz checks into the game. He's going to go to the far side of the field. Cole Soderquist near side of the field. Taven Bevel, Dylan Jordan in the backfield. See if Bevel's going to pass again here. He hands off to Dylan Jordan. Dylan's trying to make the corner, cuts back to the middle, has enough for the first down. Going to get down over the 30-yard line for the Elks. Picks up the first down. Big run there by Dylan Jordan. He was bobbing and weaving, getting all the way down to the 30-yard line. So that'll bring up another 1st and 10 for the Elks. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Round Valley leads 9-0.
Number 21, Nick Redmond with the tackle again. Round Valley moves the chains, first down.
Taven Bevel in the backfield. Mark Irigoyen lined up just a little bit behind him.
On the left side, Soderquist out on the right. Bevel from the shotgun. Irigoyen in the middle.
Hand off to Irigoyen. He gets stopped pretty quickly. Only about 1.5 yards on that play. Stop made by number 52 for the Benson Bobcats, Ryan Francione. See, and I pronounce it one way, and Wes pronounces a different way over the speakers in the dome. Francione. I was right. Yes.
Well done.
Thanks. Appreciate that. All right. 2nd and 9 for the Elks. Irigoyen still in at running back. Number 4, Riley Hamblin split out to the top of the field. Number 9, Cole Soderquist at the bottom of the field. Kyron Clark goes in motion. Fake handoff. Quick slant to Riley Hamblin up the middle. Makes a great catch. That was just a quick slant, super fast throw by Taven Bevel. Picks up the first down for the Elks. Excellent play by the Elks quarterback, Taven Bevel, to see that, and Riley Hamblin to put some speed on to get some separation and make that catch. 1st and 10 for the Elks. Ball spotted about the 13-yard line of the Bobcats. So technically the Elks could still get a first down without going into the end zone. So essentially they've got 8 plays to score. So here we go. Bevel's going to hand off to Irigoyen right up the middle. He's bobbing and weaving, headed to the end zone. He's going to be stopped just short. Tackle made about the 1 yard line. That does pick up a first down, so that will now be first and goal from the 1 yard line for the Elks. Hamlin's going to check back into the game. Riley Hamlin for Javon Ortiz. And Elks 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 1 yard line. See if we can punch in another touchdown.
With the way they're running tonight, that seems like a good possibility here.
Just over a minute to play. Round Valley, you want to see him punch in 6 right now?
Taven Bevel in the backfield here, going to his left. Hands off to Irigoyen up the middle. Touchdown, Mark Irigoyen. Workhorse tonight, that young man. Round Valley scores their first offensive touchdown. Puts the Elks on top 15-0. And Camunez coming in to attempt the extra point. Again, just got an update. Snowflake's winning their playoff game tonight. They're up 14-0. Bevel to hold. Dylan Jordan to snap. Camunez to kick. See if we can get a good snap hold. There's the snap. There's the hold. Kick is up and good. Extra point is good. So the Elks take a 16-0 lead. 1 minute, 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Elks on top, 16-0. All right, so Elks take an early lead in the first quarter, 16-0. Lining up for the kickoff. Camunez to kick. Back to receive the kick, Carson Barney for the Bobcats. And also looks like number 8, Mundo Esparza.
To kick. Here we go. We're back at it in the dome. Camunez with a nice boot heads off into the corner. Picked up about the 5.
Camunez kicked down to about the 5 yard line. Picked up by Bobcats number 6, Dondre Villalobos. Number 6 brings it all the way out to about the 28, 29 yard line for the Bobcats. They'll start this drive 1st and 10 from their own 29.
57 seconds left in the first quarter of play.
We had a penalty at the end of that play, looks like against the Elks. So Benson's going to be moving the ball further down the field.
Penalty against Round Valley. The Bobcats are going to start off a little bit farther up the field on the 44 yard.
All the way down to their own 44 yard line. So Benson starts this drive from 34. Talon Palmer is going to start this from the shotgun. Carson Barney to his right. Palmer takes the snap, fakes the handoff, moves to his right. He's going to keep it all the way. Met by number 14, Taven Bevel. Bevel running double duty, quarterback on offense, playing linebacker on defense. Brings down Palmer after a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4 for the Bobcats.
Clock winds down here in the first quarter of play here in the Dome. Elks leading 16-0.
30 seconds left here in the first quarter.
3.5. Palmer back under center.
Palmer goes under center. Keeps it himself. Gets close to a first down. Ball's going to be spotted right on the line. I bet they're going to give it to him. Let's see.
Here to be marking it 3rd and short, 3rd and inches.
Okay, 3rd and inches. Nope, we're going to take an official's timeout. We're going to take an official's timeout. They're going to measure. They'll probably end up doing that during the quarter break. So we do have the end of the first quarter. Elks on top 16-0. Really nice show of some rushing from the Elks. Mark Irigoyen, Taven Bevel doing a great job of opening up the Bobcat defense and coming up with some big runs. Only seen a few pass attempts from the Elks so far. And honestly, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So after measurement, looks like Benson does have enough for the first down. So to start the second quarter, it will be 1st and 10. Actually, so I'm looking at the clock, and it looks like they've added 10 seconds back on the clock, and we haven't switched to second quarter yet. So I think that the officials wanted to take an official timeout. I'm not sure what's happening. Now it's reset for the second quarter. Trying to figure out what's going on here. All right, teams are switching sides. So we are going to go ahead and officially call this now the second quarter. So teams are switching sides. We're going to move the ball just to the other side of the 50 so that it is on the about 45-yard line, pretty close, 46. This is where Benson will start this series with a 1st and 10 to start the second quarter.
All right, now it's time for some second quarter football here in the Dome. We got things lined up. We got it ready. 1st and 10 for the Benson Bobcats. Here we go.
All right, Benson's going to go 1st and 10. Palmer under center. He's got Barney, I think it's Chase Barney, right behind him. He hands off quick up the middle to 34. Chase Barney, Caleb Newby, first Elk defender to hit him.
Good for about 3 yards, second down.
Gain of about 3 on that play. 2nd and 7 for the Bobcats.
Now, I think I see in the comments it's Jace.
Jace, not Chase.
Not Chase, but
My
Jace.
apologies, Jace.
Jace, yeah.
All right, Jace.
For the Bobcats, here we are in the second quarter of play.
I'd like to thank our second quarter sponsor, Hamblin Law Offices. I know no one wants to have an attorney, but if you need one, there's a good one.
All right, Palmer's directing his troops here, getting everybody lined up. He goes under center, 2 men behind him, I formation.
Palmer under center.
Takes the snap, drops, moving to his left to pass, trying to find a man open, throws it deep. Over the head of number 6, the intended receiver, Dondre Villalobos. Pressure up the middle by Caleb Newby, right in the face of Palmer as he threw it. Ball was overthrown. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Benson Bobcats.
Caleb Hogle, number 11. Cade Hogle, number 8.
All right, Palmer goes under center. Jace Barney behind him. He runs out to number 28, Carson Barney. He's close to picking up 1st yard down. Looked like from the initial spot that it is going to be a 1st down. Yes, referees say 1st down, so 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Ball placed right on the 35-yard line of the Elks. 1st and 10.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was running into traffic once he got close to line of scrimmage, and then he just shot through that whatever gap he saw and got that 5 or 6 yards he needed.
Young man definitely has burst of speed when he needs it. Palmer goes under center again. Jace Barney right behind him. Keeps it himself. Not a whole lot of room. Palmer gains about a yard on that keeper. 2nd and 9 for the Bobcats.
Seeing a little friendly banter back and forth in the comments. As long as we keep things civil, guys.
Palmer under center, 2 men behind him. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He drops back to pass. Lots of pressure coming. Passes away. Flag comes in. Doesn't look like that ball made it back to the original line of scrimmage. And I don't know that we had a Benson receiver in the area. So if that is the case, we'll see an intentional grounding here. Palmer threw the ball as he was headed to the ground. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, coach was pretty fired up. He was getting in the ref's ear, so I'm thinking that we're looking at intentional grounding, but it could have been a pass interference.
It is intentional grounding against the Bobcats. Ball did not make it past the line of scrimmage. It will be a loss of down. And Benson fans not happy with that call. So we'll mark off a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
The reason that was intentional grounding was the ball didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
It's also loss of down.
Right, so loss of down for the Bobcats. Had that pass gone past the line of scrimmage, then we wouldn't have seen the penalty. But because he was still inside the tackle box and ball didn't make it outside or past the line of scrimmage, that's where we see the intentional grounding.
Looks like they're considering the spot again.
Referee's having a little conference now. We're going to see. Nope, everything's going to stay right where it is.
Just under 10 minutes of play, Round Valley leading 16-0 in the dome. If you have any updates on
9:51 left in the first half. Bobcats rush to the line. Palmer's going to go under center.
Palmer under center. 2 with him in the backfield.
Takes a snap, hands off to Carson Barney. Carson coming around, trying to get up the left-hand side. Jumps over one man, picks up enough for the first down. Finally brought down by number 1, Seth Wiltbank.
All right, so you're looking at 4th and about 6 yards.
And I apologize. I said he picked up the first down. He made it past the first of the down markers, not quite to the second one. That's my fault. So it is a 4th down. You're right, Ethan. 4th and about 6 for the Bobcats.
I'm assuming they're going to go for it here.
It's what it looks like. I don't see any special teams coming on the field, so Bobcats look like they're going to go for it. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if Carson Barney's involved in this play. Handoff to Barney. He's moving around the left-hand side. Gets pushed out of bounds. We're going to see where the spot comes in. Looks like the spot's going to come in a little bit short.
Here come the Elks offense.
That is a 4th down turnover. Turnover on downs by the Bobcats. Not quite enough for the first down. Barney was pushed out of bounds. It will be 1st and 10 out.
Can I give you a score update?
Please.
The winner of tonight's game will play is Parker versus Santa Cruz, and in a surprise, Parker's up 15-0 in the second quarter.
Wow, what are the ranks on those teams, Steven? Can you tell us?
Parker's 5, Santa Cruz is 4.
Parker 5, Santa Cruz 4. Parker up 15-0 over Santa Cruz. That is a little bit surprising. All right, so Elks are going to take over on offense. They're in their own area of the field. We're looking at about the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Bevel in the shotgun. Seth Wiltbank to his left. Bevel takes a snap, hands to Wiltbank, heads up the left-hand side. Gain a couple yards, maybe 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 for the Elks.
Big shout out, Winslow McNeil. If you need a chiropractor, go see him. A good guy, better chiropractor. Or maybe he's a good chiropractor and a better guy. I'm not sure, but I know he does a lot of great things, especially for people who are kids who play sports. Real reasonable rates. Go give him a try.
All right, Bevel back in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Wilbank. He's going to pass. He's throwing deep down the right-hand side, intended for number 9, Soderquist. Pass broken up. It looked like pretty good pass defense for the Bobcats.
Yeah, they were both fighting for it, headed down to the ground. So
number 6 with the pressure, Andre Villalobos.
Number 6, also Villalobos, also number 13, Corey Toom on that coverage on that play. Toom came up just a little bit injured after that. It looked like maybe he either had the receiver land on him or took a shot on the ground, came up holding his ribs a little bit, but does stay in the game. Tough young man. Corey Toom. All right, Elks back to the line of scrimmage. We're looking at 3rd and 7 for the Elks. Bevel in the shotgun. Mark Irigoyen back in the game. Irigoyen in the backfield to Bevel's left.
3rd and 7.
Bevel takes the snap, hands off to Irigoyen right up the center. He's churning and burning, bumps up to the outside, picks enough up for the first down. Flag comes down after the play. Flag thrown right where the tackle was made. Picked up enough yardage for the first down, but let's wait and see what the penalty is. Holding against the Elks. So that's going to negate that play, that big run from Irigoyen. Back the Elks up.
Penalty will be against the Elks. Seth Wilbank coming into the game, 8:22 left in the half.
So
huge shout out to the Loft Legacy Teen Center there in St. John's. They're the one providing us all this great quality video. I know they got a lot of their gear through a bunch of grants, but they're just really helping out, trying to do a lot for the teens over there. Can't thank them enough for coming out and helping us out.
Taven Bevel in the shotgun formation, takes the snap, waiting on the snap, takes the snap, looks to pass, delayed handoff to Seth Wilbank. He's going to try to get to the corner, cuts back, caught from behind by the jersey. Gain of about 3 on that play, so that's going to bring up 4th and about 5 for the Elks. So it looks like we are going to see punt formation for the Elks. Taven Bevel's backing up to punt the ball away. Carson Barney, number 28, is going to receive for the Benson Bobcats. Also back number 6, Dondre Villalobos.
Punt is up. Looks like it's going to roll.
Bevel's going to kick away from them, but the ball's going to bounce out of bounds. Bounce back towards the Elks, so it bounces out of bounds about the 43-yard line of the Benson Bobcats. So they'll take over on the 43, 1st and 10 Bobcats.
Yeah, that was kind of an unfortunate bounce. Another thing to note, the Loft, all the cameras are being operated by teens from the center. They're getting real experience doing this show here tonight. It's awesome that they have the opportunity here on the mountain to do something like that. Not sure what the delay was for.
So Bobcats take over on offense. Palmer's going to hand off to Carson Barney. Tries to get around the corner, but met right in the backfield. Tackle made by number 11, Caleb Newby. Loses a yard on that play. 2nd and 11 for the Bobcats. Caleb Newby able to come right through the defensive line untouched. Get a hit on Carson Barney and drag him back a yard. 2nd and 11 for the Bobcats. Palmer goes under center. We've got a handoff, then a reverse. Carson Barney on the reverse. Tripped up again by Caleb Newby. Almost an instant replay of the last play. Carson Barney trying to get around to the left side. Caleb Newby comes in, takes his feet out from under him, drops him for another yard loss. So now 3rd and 12 for the Bobcats. 2 big plays by Caleb Newby for the Elks defense.
Yeah, getting great penetration. Good job, Newby, there. I mean,
you know, he sat out the last 2 games. I think he was nursing a minor injury and waiting, to play as we got deeper into the playoffs. Good to see him back and making a positive contribution for the Elks. Play stopped here early, flag down.
Looks like a false start.
Yeah, we're going to have some illegal procedure on the Benson Bobcats, so we'll back up, try again. So 5-yard penalty, that's going to put the Bobcats at 3rd and about 18. KC Mortensen for the Elks checking in the game. Big JP McCall is going to take a break. I love that. Casey Mortensen coming in to play on the defensive line. Might be one of the smallest players on the Elks team. Love it. Palmer under center. Takes the snap. Hands off to Carson Barney around the left. He gets caught from behind again. Tackle made, I believe, by number 2, Owen Young. So
Yeah.
4th and about 14 for the Bobcats. Ethan?
Man, if I'm Benson here, I got to do something to slow down this defensive line and these linebackers. They are just racing through the line. They're not worried about pass. They're just going for it. So
Almost seems like a screenplay or two would help slow that down a little bit. Let the defense come through, throw a screen pass right over the top. Benson Bobcats to punt. Number 8 for the Bobcats. Fair catch made by number 9, Cole Soderquist. However, we do have a flag on the play. Looks like we had running into the kicker. So depending on whether we've got the personal foul,
He's calling rough.
it is roughing the kicker. So not running into the kicker. It's going to be roughing the kicker. That is going to be a penalty, most likely enough for a first down. It's going to give the Benson Bobcats the ball back with a penalty yardage. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. We'll wait and see where the ball is going to be spotted. We'll move it into Elk territory. Looks like about the 47-yard line is where the Benson Bobcats will start this next series. They get to keep their offense on the field. 1st and 10, Bobcats. 4:56 left in the first half. Round Valley leads 16-0.
Yeah, they got the roughing, I'm sure, because his leg was still extended when he hit him.
Right. So kicker was in a vulnerable position when he got hit, and that's where we get the roughing the kicker call. Palmer goes under center. Handoff goes to number 6, DeAndre Villalobos. He's bobbing and weaving, gets stood up. Seth Wiltbank, I believe. Nope, excuse me, 44, Mark Irigoyen.
Yes, once again, in case you didn't hear it the first time, it's Eric Hamlin's birthday tonight. Trivium Prep and Thatcher are tied 7-7.
Got a penalty against the
Elks fans and
against the Bobcats tonight.
Fans, if you need some dinner on the way home, Trail Riders, located by the Bashes in Eager, will be open late, and they will be taking your order after the football game.
Parker,
big shout out, Backwoods Tees. Boyd and Jamie Halsey. All your T-shirt needs, go see them. They do cool stuff. They're Molly Butler Lodge in Greer, I believe. Hopefully, they're still doing Thanksgiving. Call for reservations 928-735-7226.
Parker 23, Santa Cruz 6.
Palmer's going to go in the shotgun immediately, caught by number 2, Owen Young. Number 76, J.P. McCall, immediately through the line, but then a late flag comes in on the far side. Looks like it might be a sideline warning or a penalty against the sideline. I saw the referee motioning to the Benson sideline to calm down. Looks like we will have a penalty. That was a late flag coming in after the sack. Parker's leading Santa Cruz 23-6. A little bit of a surprise to us. We expected Santa Cruz to handle that game, but Parker's up 23-6. We're still waiting to see the penalty. We do have a personal foul penalty against the Bobcats. And I think that's all they're going to tell us, but I imagine that was coming from the sidelines. I saw the referee motioning to the sidelines that they needed to calm down. Obviously a little hot after that last play. Yeah. So that'll take the Benson Bobcats back another 15 yards. So it'll still be first down, but it's going to be first and a lot.
That's 10, 20, 30,
35, 37.
About 37 yards.
So ball is spotted all the way back on the Bobcats' 27-yard line.
Yeah, that's a tough day. That's a hard penalty to take. Just had the big break on the roughing the kicker, wanting to move the ball down the field. Looked like you might start getting some things going, and now through a couple of unfortunate penalties, backed up that far. Not a good spot to be in.
Not at all. So Bobcats have taken a timeout. They're going to regroup. talk it over on the sidelines. Just want to throw a huge shout out to all of our sponsors tonight that make it possible for us to bring you this live stream game. You know, during the playoffs, it's a little bit more intense, a little bit more involved, and a little bit more to do to be able to bring this live stream to you. So super grateful for our sponsors that are willing to chip in and help us be able to bring this live streams to you so that you can watch from the comfort of your own home, hotel room, or wherever you find yourself to be. We've even had people watching from deer camp. So glad that you're joining with us. So Benson's going to start this second and about long, 37 I think we decided. Palmer goes under center, hands off to Carson Barney. He's trying to get around the left-hand side. He's going to get hit by Javon Ortiz, gain of about 9 on that play. So that'll bring up third down, but still about 28 to go.
Yeah, I mean, he knocked a big hole in it, but it's still, that's still quite a ways.
Big thanks to Judge Latham and all the people at the loft for helping us out this evening.
I'd like to thank the Flower Box for helping sponsor this broadcast. For all your flowers and gift needs, go see the Flower Box.
All right, Palmer goes back under center. We had lots of movement there from the Bobcats. False start on the Bobcats. We'll back up 5 and still be third down.
False start against the Bobcats. Third down will repeat after we move the ball just a bit.
And this has just been a rough series of events for these Wildcats.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Bobcats.
I'm sure
Bobcats.
I'm sure the coaching staff will be happy to get this series over with and see if they can't get some positive yardage on the playbooks and go into half and regroup. You know, 16 points is not insurmountable by any means. So, game's not over yet, fans. All right, Palmer goes under center. 2 men behind him. He fakes the handoff, looks to pass. Passes over the head of number 28, intended receiver Carson Barney. Bevel was the closest man there. So that does bring up 4th and really long for the Bobcats. So it looks like punt team's coming on the field. Number 8, Mundo Esparza is going to do the punting duties for the Bobcats. Taven Bevel coming in to return this kick.
Yeah, still got 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the half.
Long snap, gets away from Esparza. He's going to try to keep it. I thought maybe he'd have time to kick it, but he just falls on the ball. The Elks are going to take over at 25-yard line of the Benson Bobcats. So a muffed punt there. Actually didn't even get the punt off. Snap was to Esparza's left. He had to move quite a bit to even catch it. Did a good job of getting a hold of it, but not able to get any kick off. So just runs a couple yards forward, falls on it. And now that will be Elks' ball, 1st and 10 from the Bobcat 25-yard line.
Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to have enough time to work here, but that certainly helped.
All right, Bevel's in the backfield in the shotgun. Irigoyen was on the right, now moves to the left-hand side of Taven Bevel. Caleb Newby is going to shuffle over to his right.
Bevel from the shotgun.
Bevel takes a low snap, hands it off to Irigoyen. He's got a little bit of a hole. He's moving up, was tripped up, hit initially by number 3 for the Bobcats, Remington Tola, maybe. Matt Merrill's going to chime in just a second and tell me how to pronounce that name. I know he is.
Big shout out, Dan Muth, professional land surveyor. If you're buying land, you're selling land, you wanted to get it surveyed, get hooked up with Dan because he is the man.
Bevel back in the shotgun. Irigoyen in the game to his left. Soderquist comes in motion, fakes the handoff. Bevel's going to keep it himself. Runs up the left, sees a hole, cuts it right back to the middle, straight up for a touchdown. Taven Bevel, keeper, runs it all the way up the middle. 22 yards for a touchdown for the Round Valley Elks. Puts them on top 22-0, 1:44 left in the first half. Thanks, Matt. We are saying it right. It is Remington Thola. So we'll make sure and call his name out next time and do it correctly. Camunez coming in for the extra point. Taven Bevel to hold. Snap good. Kick. Hold is good, and the kick is also good. So the Elks take the lead, 23-0. 144 left in the first half here in the Round Valley Dome. Fans on their feet to sing the fight song. Want to give another shout out as we've got a break here to the Loft Legacy Teen Center from St. John's. They've loaned their camera equipment and their video staff to come over and help us perform this live stream tonight. Super excited about that. And all of the young men running the cameras tonight, I shouldn't say young men, all of the staff that we have running cameras tonight are students that are part of the Legacy Teen Center in St. John's that are getting some real-world experience running the cameras tonight, doing a fantastic job. We love when we get to pair with the Loft Legacy Teen Center and get to bring this live stream to you. We got to work with them at the St. John's Round Valley game earlier this season. We're lucky enough to have them here in the Dome tonight to help us live stream this game. So hopefully you're appreciating that, and we're loving that these guys are here helping us make this a really good experience. So big thanks to the Loft. All right, Camunez lining up the kickoff for the Elks.
My wife might like this movie just a little bit too much.
28, Barney, and number 6. I believe it's Dondre Villalobos. 6 and 8 looks so close to me with Mundo Esparza. It's either Villalobos or Esparza. We're going to see, depending on who this kick goes to. So Camunez to kick. Looks like an onside kick. It's caught by number 3, Kyron Clark. That was a little pooch kick. Round Valley was able to recover the onside kick, but then there was a flag thrown, and I think what we're going to see is that Round Valley recovered the onside kick, but then tried to progress the ball forward, which you can't do on an onside kick. You just have to fall on it. So let's see what the call is going to be.
Ball has to hit the ground at least once on the kickoff, and then it's free game. They have to have an opportunity to receive it.
I know that rule.
Some guy up here is telling us, I don't know.
So I think what we're going to see is that ball was kicked in the air, and the Round Valley player caught it out of the air. And what we're being told is that in order for that to actually be an onside kick, that ball needs to hit the ground at least once, which gives the receiving team the opportunity to fall on the ball before the kicking team can actually recover that ball. So that's why we've seen the flag. So the referees are explaining that over to the coaching staff to make sure we're all on the same page as what's happened. But I believe that that's what's going to be the call on the field, is that it's going to be probably an illegal touching call on the Elks because that ball never hit the ground on the kickoff.
Well, they're still down there hashing it out with Coach. He's not wanting to give it up, but big shout out, Katie Hunt with Rodan and Fields. You guys need a little spa day action. Go give them a try. Rodan and Fields. They are doing 20% off for the holidays. Only available in November, though. Check him out on Facebook, Rodan and Fields.
So the Elks are not going to get the ball. Still some confusion about what's going on. Benson Bobcats look like after the penalty, they're going to take over, but then the penalty is going to mark off some yardage against the Elks. So it looks like Benson's going to take over 1st and 10 on the Elks' 36-yard line after that penalty.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats, minute 43. Here we go. We're almost at halftime.
So minute 43 left in the first half. Palmer goes under center. Hands off, first man up the middle, Jace Barney. Barney's still moving, broke several tackles. He's still going. Big man for the Benson Bobcats, churning and burning up the middle, picks up over 10 yards, enough for a first down. Benson's going no huddle straight to the line of scrimmage. they're trying to capitalize on this 2-minute drill here. But we do have a timeout for the Elks. So the Elks are going to take a timeout, talk over it, slow things down a little bit here, and try to make it into the first half without giving up any points on the board. So timeout here for the Elks.
All right, looking to pick the action back up here.
First and 10 for the Bobcats. Barney under center, hands it again.
Hands off, number 34, up the middle, stopped after about a yard, looks like.
Gain of a couple yards on the play. Second down as the clock rolls.
Jace Barney took the handoff, only a gain of about 3. Gain of about 3. Palmer goes back under center. Wonder if we'll see a pass here. Nope, handoff. Carson Barney trying to make the edge, gets tripped up from behind.
Newbie.
Caleb Newby on the tackle. I was waiting to see the players clear so I could see the number. Caleb Newby again. That's, I think, the third time that Caleb Newby's tripped up Carson Barney to prevent a long run. Timeout on the field, this time called by the Benson Bobcats. 54 seconds left in the first half. Round Valley on top, 23-0.
Yeah, it'd be a great thing for Benson to get in the end zone here. Give them a positive note heading into the half.
Yeah, that'd be a big boost for the Bobcats to be able to go into halftime with some points on the board. Also, same reverse goes for the Elks to be able to go into halftime without giving up any first half points. Would help them come out strong in the second half. So, you know, I remember playing football in high school, and it was always almost a brand new game the second half. You had a chance to regroup, come out and make the changes you need to, make the adjustments, and almost get to start the game over. And so it'll be interesting to see the adjustments that are made by each team at halftime. If Benson comes out and tries to change up their offensive approach any at all, since we really haven't seen any success yet moving the ball all the way into the end zone. So defense for the Elks comes back onto the field. Benson Bobcats offense back on the field. Benson's going to huddle up. Palmer's going to get in the huddle and direct his troops here. He sends them up to the line of scrimmage. He's going to come all the way under center. Jace Barney directly behind him. Carson Barney out to the right side. Palmer takes the snap, hands up to Barney straight up the middle.
It's going to be good for a first and 10 situation on the 11-yard line. Clock's going to stop while we move the chains.
First and 10, so the clock will stop while we move the chains. So Bobcats get right back on the ball. Palmer goes into the shotgun, takes the snap. We've got whistles. Flag down on the near side of the field.
I'm assuming with the quickness of that whistle, it's either going to be false start or encroachment.
Yeah, we're going to have some
Illegal procedure. Must have been a shift out there.
Yeah, probably an illegal shift on the Bobcats. Most of the time you see that when not everybody's set. Bobcats trying to go hurry up, but I don't think they had everybody set on the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. So the penalty was called, back up 5 yards. Clock is running, 40 seconds left in the first half. Palmer's going to go back under center. Takes the handoff, hands off to Carson Barney. He's trying to make the corner, trying to get the end zone. He's pushed out of bounds.
Pushed out of bounds just a little shy of the touchdown situation. 29 seconds on the clock. Vogel and Ortiz causing the pressure.
Ball's going to be spotted about the 1 yard line.
Second down in inches, looks like.
Second and inches. So there looks like referees are going to take a timeout to measure to see if it is enough for the first down. I think there was some question as to whether or not Barney went out of bounds. If he was tackled in bounds, the clock would have continued to run and taken some extra seconds off the clock. I think that's why we saw some of the activity on the Elks bench thinking that maybe Barney was stopped inbounds. Either way, that they would have stopped the clock for the officials' timeout to measure for this first down. So we're going to watch the measurement here and see if the Benson Bobcats have enough for a first down. So the referees have it placed. Let's see where it comes up. It is a first down. So it will be first and goal from the 1 yard line for the Benson Bobcats. 29 seconds left in the first half. Benson does still have 1 timeout. Round Valley has 2. I can't imagine that Round Valley is going to burn one of those once this first play goes off if the Bobcats don't score. But Benson does have 1 more opportunity to stop the clock if they're not able to score on this first run. And I assume it's a run. They may try to run a trick play and pass, or they may just run a straight out pass. We'll see what happens. Line comes up to the line of scrimmage. Palmer goes straight under center. Jace Barney right behind him. Carson Barney out to the right-hand side. Handoff goes to Jace Barney up the middle, and he's got enough for the touchdown. Jace Barney into the end zone for the Benson Bobcats, scores the touchdown. Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field and attempt a 2-point conversion. Palmer's going to huddle his team. Ball's placed there at the 3 yard line. Seth Wiltbank for the Elks is going to check in. Got something going on the field. The Elks had 12 men on the field. 1 was trying to get off, but the Elks were able to call a timeout before that play got off, so there was no penalty for too many men on the field. Good heads-up play there by the coaching staff to recognize they've got too many men on the field and to call that timeout before there was a penalty. So we're going to pause here. 11 seconds left in the first half. Round Valley leads 23-6. Benson still attempting their 2-point conversion here. So,
yeah, that's encouraging from Benson to get in the end zone there right before half. We'll see what they could do on this 2-point conversion. You know, the extra 2 points go a long way to get them back in this. Huge shout out to Zierings Mercantile, located in Benson, built back in the railroad era, but they have turned back time and reopened Zierings Mercantile. They do specialty candy, antiques, and memorabilia for the entire family. So go check them out. Constantly rotating inventory. Zierings, thank you for sponsoring the stream tonight.
all right, so Bobcats come to the line of scrimmage for their 2-point conversion. Benson's going to go with the same formation we've seen most of the night. Palmer under center. Jace Barney behind him. Carson Barney to the right side. He hands off to Carson Barney. He's going to try to get to the corner. Nobody's going to get there. Carson Barney able to run in the 2-point conversion. So that brings the deficit 23-8. Elks on top. 11 seconds to go in the first half. Elks lead 23-8. So we'll see a kickoff and maybe a run back, and that'll probably be about it for the first half.
St. John's currently up 7-6 over Phoenix Christian. That's huge news.
Yeah, that's quite an interesting score there. You know, I predict, and this is just me spitballing here, but I predict the winner of that game will make it to the state championship on that side of the bracket. And that could potentially be who we play if we make it there in the state finals. But wouldn't a Round Valley St. John's matchup in the state final be something to see? All right, number 8 for the Bobcats, Mundo Esparza to kick off. Just a little bouncing kick. Riley Hamlin's just going to fall on it. 9 seconds to go in the first half. Ball's going to be spotted on the 31-yard line of the Elks.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him just take a knee here, go into half, and come out ready to play again. Of course, you could try and take a free shot. 9 seconds, enough time to get a little air underneath one. We'll see what the coaches decide here. Definitely doesn't look like a Hail Mary formation.
No, Bevel's under center. Looks like he's going to take the snap, take a knee.
We'll go into the half. Round Valley leading 23-8.
So that is going to run the clock down all the way to 0. Round Valley's going to go into the locker room leading 23-8. Good showing in the first half by the Round Valley Elks. Real strong run game. We'll see what adjustments are made for the Benson Bobcats coming out in the second half. So hang tight. Take a look at our live stream, see the sponsors that we have. If you have the opportunity to visit any of those sponsors in your location, please do so. We're so grateful for them and the what they provide to us to allow us to do this live stream and to bring it to you. Super excited about having them on our team and being able to do this. So we're going to pause for halftime here. So we do have some halftime stuff going on in the Dome, and I believe that we're going to show some of that if we can. First up is going to be the Varsity Cheer Squad. So enjoy the halftime, enjoy the break. We'll catch you for the third quarter coming up in about 15-20 minutes. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Following the performance by the Round Valley Cheer Squad, we will have a interview from some of the team captains from the Elks team. We'll be running that after this.
All right, so we're here with the offensive line of the Round Valley Elks, getting ready for the last home game of the season, second round of the playoffs. So guys, what are you guys thinking? How did practice go today? Kind of give us a feel for about midweek, a couple more practices till Benson. What's the feel of the team? What's the energy?
You know, practice has been pretty good, pretty physical this week. I don't know, I think the game is going to be a real physical game. I think we're all prepared pretty good.
We're definitely going to come out pretty strong. It's our seniors' last home game in the Dome ever, so we're going to be ready to play.
So you said wild card, and I think that's true. Talking to some other people, Benson, they could come from anywhere, right? Especially if Barney's on point. And so what are you guys thinking? What's the plan of attack from your perspective for the Benson game?
We just got to play. We just got to come out and play. There's really nothing maybe they're going to do that we aren't expecting. We just got to come out and play, do our job.
The basics, blocking and tackling. So you guys have a different perspective of the game than most. I talked to the captains last time, and you know, you've got the scorers, you've got the receivers, you've got the quarterback, you've got just the linemen, right? And so what is it like? I remember that position. I played center when I was in high school, and so what's it like in the trenches for you guys?
More of a street fight, but professional. Basically, strongest man wins unless you know what you're doing.
it's a lot of fun. You don't get the recognition that you normally get at all the other positions, but you know that you're helping the team out in a very big way and that you're a big part of it. So it's a pretty fun time.
You definitely feel like you are the unsung heroes, right? You're not the one that get cheerleaded. You're not the one that gets talked about all the time. I remember that. What keeps you coming to practice every week? What keeps you coming knowing that you're not going to be the one that everybody's screaming about on Friday night?
It's about all these guys next to me. It's not about me. It's about everybody else. That's why I can practice.
Yeah, it's never about you online. It's about the guys behind you. You just do it for them. Make sure they don't get killed. If you ain't gonna do it, no one is.
So favorite play, your guys' style of offense is drastically different than the way we played when I was in high school, which sounds like it was forever ago, but it really wasn't. But what is your guys' favorite play or plays or style of offense to be online on for?
I definitely like it when we can get going and have the running backs just run down the throat of everybody, because it makes you feel like you're definitely kicking the guy's butt in front of you.
So basically anything inside where we get to double team everybody.
Nice. So last game in the Dome until we continue on in the playoffs. What's the feel moving forward?
I know me and Trevor have talked about it basically all year. We've just been focused on getting that ring. So we're going full steam ahead, trying to make it to state. We're just trying to take home the trophy.
Doing everything in our power to make that happen.
Round belt. Oh, go ahead.
At the same time, we can't really focus too much ahead, else we're gonna get caught off guard. I say Benson.
That's it. Every week, every Friday, right? And that, I think, is the big focus, right? Is the eyes on the prize, but it's the weekly grind, the daily practice that gets you there, right?
Enjoy the process just as much as you enjoy the reward.
Right on. So, highlight of the regular season. What has been your guys' favorite part of play up to this point? And will I ever get him to talk? That's my question.
No.
No?
I'll tell you right now.
My highlight, I don't know, just everything. Everything. I don't know, watching everybody score is awesome. I don't know. I can't narrow it down.
Probably the Safford scrimmage. Everybody was hyped up. Everybody was ready to play. After that, we were all kind of nervous before, saying we didn't want to play. The opinion probably hasn't changed, but we definitely, picked it up a little bit.
Probably go with Thatcher. Everyone was ready to kill him. So we all went out there, played as a team, especially the O-line, and we marched down there and scored.
Just the whole together season, just every game, coming out and playing with my brothers and having fun.
I like Pena because I'm a rookie and that was my first time playing him, so I like how we beat him to heck. So.
Right on. Well, to wrap things up, since we did this interview all the way backwards for absolutely no reason, is let us know your name, your number, something random.
starters in a little bit longer in the third quarter. What do you see happening because of that?
Yeah, I think that does change things a little bit. The halftime score 23-8, Elks on top, with the Benson Bobcats scoring that last touchdown right at the end of the first half. I think that's going to give Benson a little bit of momentum going into the second half. But you're right, Wes. I do think that we'll see the Elks starters that'll play a little bit longer into the game, try to bump that lead a little bit more so that they can get some of those younger guys some experience. But I do think that will give Benson a little bit of momentum. I don't know if they'll look to change anything up offensively. I really think they should. They just haven't been able to move the ball, I think, like they want to. And so they may need to change some of that up a little bit.
All right, so adjustments. Looking at the numbers, Ethan, tell us a little bit about what have you seen in the game so far, numbers-wise. Their averages a little bit lower, passing especially, but tell me about what you thought of the Elks in the first half so far.
Obviously, they're back to running the ball good again this game. Passing the ball, they've only had a handful of attempts. One went long, one went short, one was up in the air, up for grabs, and they fought hard for it, came down without it. But I'd say the bigger impact on the game so far has been the penalties. There's been a lot of penalties in this first half.
Well, and for the first quarter, I'm over there, and it's just rolling. We're just quickly in and out, and things are going. And I'm like, nothing. And then all of a sudden, it just seems like Flag City, right? They're not pink, but they are Flag City.
They are flying for sure. And a lot of them for Benson came in on that one possession that they had where it moved them back and then moved them back and then moved them back any further. And, that type of long possession for an offense with those penalties can be a little bit demoralizing. It can be a little bit frustrating for that offense to have to stay on the field, especially when those players are playing both ways. And they spend a ton of time on offense and get a little bit frustrated and then have to come right back and play defense after that. And so that's something that Benson can really focus on, is to minimize those penalties to lower that frustration level so they can just focus on playing the game.
That's something really interesting that you just bring up that I don't know if I've ever thought about, even playing football myself, is that people that play both ways have to take the frustration of having to punt the ball into their defensive play, or the other way. I've never considered that those guys have to mentally change it up really quickly and get back into the ballgame.
Yeah, and it's typically something you only see at the high school level. Very rarely in college or pros do you see players that play both ways. They're more specialty players, but in high school, out of necessity, a lot of these guys are playing both ways, and some are playing every play, special teams included. And so, yeah, everything that they do is going to take a toll on them and have an impact when they have a frustrating series on offense. They've got to be able to get over that, focus on defense, and get back into what they're trying to accomplish.
Well, and you even see it less and less in the big schools. In the 5A schools, you even see it less. It's mountain schools, it's the smaller communities, it's the Elks that you see a lot of people that can play both ways. And that's where you see the heart that they have. It just floors me, the heart of some of these kids. And I still don't understand how Mark Irigoyen runs the ball. I just enjoy watching him dance or whatever it is that he does.
Absolutely. The only concern that you run, or the risk that you run when you have players that play multiple positions, both sides of the ball, is what happens when Taven Bevel's back returning a punt, gets hit and hurt, and now can't come in on offense as quarterback. But in these small schools, sometimes there's just not a choice. You got to fill those. You got to fill those spots with the players that'll make the plays. So
you have a story that you told me a week or two ago about an interesting thing where all of a sudden you found yourself playing varsity quarterback, not ready, and so the depth does come into play. We see that again in the smaller schools. Some schools more so, where you see one player getting called more and more and more and more, and if that player gets hurt, it just is devastating to the teams. We've seen it a few places. Sholo had a few injuries this year, just devastated their game this year. Sholo had a rough deal from 2 or 3 injuries, and so
right.
Round Valley trying to diversify. We've seen in some of our games them be able to play some of those underclassmen in the third and fourth quarter of play. Last week was really neat to see, the week before that as well, and so hopefully we get to see that a little more in the fourth quarter. But I think, like we said a little bit ago, I think we're going to see Round Valley starters in the game starting things off.
Yeah, and I think as we move further into the playoffs, we may see that a little bit less and less, just as we start facing, some of those really strong teams that are out there, and we'll see that a little bit less. But it is nice to give those young up-and-coming players that real-world, real-game speed experience so that they can take that into next season and beyond.
We're not teaching as much now. We're here to win. It's time, as Danielson Wilkins told me in an interview, it's time for the ring. They've been looking for that ring. every week you're playing a game, but their eyes on the prize. Yep. And so that's where we're at in the playoffs now, right? You can't get around that.
Yep, absolutely.
Guys, I'm going to put you back in these guys' capable hands. I've got to get back on the microphone a little farther down the line for the people here in the Dome. So, Wesley McBride, I'll be back with you. You guys, the Loft is back. I can check this out right here. We're going to flip it around here. We got the guys from the Loft. We got Victor and Paul, and we've got some amazing cameramen down here. We got our camera boy right here. Check him out right there. We got the Loft taking care of business that way again, just like they did for us in the St. John's game. So a huge thanks to them. In St. John's, the Lodge coming soon to the Round Valley area here in the next few years. So, guys, I'm Wesley McBride. I'm out. We will see you guys maybe after the game.
All right, thanks, Wes. Nice to have Wes jump in and share some of his love for the game and expertise around strategy and what's going on. So we've got about 2 minutes before we start the second half. Benson will get the ball. They deferred they won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. So I assume obviously they're going to take the ball second half. Matt Martell made a great comment that Benson hopefully can take the momentum from that last touchdown right at the end of the first half and continue that in their first possession in the second half. You know, he mentioned that Benson understands what kind of team Round Valley is. They know that Round Valley is a tough team and that the winner of this game could potentially get all the way to the state championship and even win the state championship. And so, you know, if Benson does fall to Round Valley and Round Valley does end up winning the state championship, I mean, that's nice to be able to say, hey, when we got knocked out of the playoffs, it was by, and even if Round Valley were to lose tonight, same thing. We got knocked off by the eventual state champions and gave them a heck of a game. You know, there's nothing to shake your hat at there. That's something to be proud of. So, let's see. I'm getting a quick update here. St. John's is winning against Phoenix Christian. I'm not sure. Do we have see if we can get a score? Yeah. Steven's going to try to get us a score on the St. John's Phoenix Christians game, but I believe St. John's is up at halftime, start of the third quarter over Phoenix Christian.
Snowflake up against Blue Ridge, 21-14.
Snowflake is on top of Blue Ridge, 21-14. We're just hearing in the 3A. Wes is getting some love on the comments for his beard. If you've seen Ethan, you got to give Ethan some beard love too. Mine's coming in nice and full now. No, it's
maybe by next season.
Not.
Maybe by next season.
If I didn't shave between now and next season, it still wouldn't look like yours. Okay, so it looks like St. John's is up 7-6 over Phoenix Christian.
Hey,
7-6.
A point will do it.
A point's a point. Point's enough. All right, so Round Valley will kick. Sergio Camuñez, senior for the Elks, is coming in. He will do the kickoff duties. Back deep to receive. Number 28, Carson Barney. And I believe it's number 6. And it's hard to tell the difference between 6 and 8. For the Benson Bobcats. I believe it's number 6, Villalobos. Kind of a line drive kick picked up by number 26, Devin Bowling for the Bobcats. He's hit by number 8, Cade Hogel, and number 2, Owen Young. Brought the ball out to about his 31, maybe 32-yard line. And that's where Benson will start this first drive. 1st and 10 from their own 32.
Yeah, that's some good field position to start this half. Hopefully you got a little momentum from scoring right before half. Let's see what they can put together here. Huge shout out to our third quarter sponsor, Century 21, Ponderosa Realty, your agents, Richard and Diana.
Palmer under center, fakes the handoff. He keeps it himself. They've ran that play all night, but he's given it to Barney. He keeps it himself, fakes out the Elk defense, runs, able to get all the way out to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 9 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 1.
Shout out to another sponsor that's here tonight, R&M Photography. Robert Ray's down here taking some pretty cool pictures. We love seeing him. He's back doing it again tonight. If you guys need anything, wedding pictures, newborn pictures, get with Robert Ray. He does an awesome job, awesome priced. Just loves doing it.
Palmer changing things up a little bit under center.
Palmer under center takes the snap. Hands off first man through. Jace Barney. Barney does pick up the first down. Big Jace Barney running head first straight up the middle. Pushes the Elk defense back. Picks up about 4 first down, moves the ball all the way out to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, big help, comes from Palmer really selling that fake and carrying on. Some of the backers felt like they had to stay home, and that gives them just enough push to get that short yardage.
That's almost a blind handoff. He turns around so fast and sticks that ball inside of Palmer's midsection. It's almost a blind handoff. Handoff to Barney around the corner this time. Barney's going to get tripped up after a gain of only about 3. I'm afraid as soon as Barney breaks one of those, I'm afraid he's going to take it to the house. If the Elks can keep him reined in, that'll be a tall order for him. But if they can do that, that'll be good for the Elks defense. But I think if Barney can ever make that corner and turn on the afterburners, we may see him take that to the house.
Yeah, it is a little disconcerting to see how many of the safeties are making tackles on him.
Handoff to number 6, Villalobos. Gain of about 2. Dondre Villalobos. Have an update on the St. John's Phoenix Christian game. St. John's has gone up 13-6 in the middle of the third quarter. So St. John's on top of Phoenix Christian, 13-6.
St. John's up 13-6.
Isn't that interesting?
Like 2 fans over there, I love it.
Palmer comes under center. Takes the snap.
He's going to hang on to it.
Hangs on to it. Gets caught from behind. Number 8, Cade Hogle. Shoestring tackle there on Talon Palmer with the sack all the way back at the 40-yard line. Loss of about 9 on that play. And that'll bring up 4th and about 14 for the Bobcats.
Blue Ridge throwing a long bomb.
Number 8 for the Bobcats, Mundo Esparza, coming in for punting duties. Back to receive the punt, I believe, is number 9, Cole Soderquist. Kick is up. Kind of a knuckleball kick. Not much movement on it. It does bounce. Kind of drops dead right where it hit, about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, they were there to let it roll whichever way. They just didn't want to roll anywhere.
So the Elks will take over 30, their own 32, looks like where it's going to be spotted. The Elks take over their own 32-yard line, 1st and 10. 9:21 left in the third quarter. Elks on top, 23-8.
Big shout out, Goob's Pizza. We were literally chowing down as fast as we could during the half on some Goob's Pizza we ordered.
I almost got a full piece in, and I didn't get any wings yet. And now they're giving them away. Man, I think I'll survive, though. I have some at home right now. All right, Bevel's in at quarterback. Irigoyen split to his left. Handoff up the middle to Mark Irigoyen. Good head first running by Irigoyen. Stop made by number 11 for the Bobcats, Brock Dieterman. Irigoyen's going to come out for a breather. Seth Wiltming checks in at running back. Bring up 2nd and 5 for the Elks. Bevel in the shotgun, takes the snap, pitches out to the left to Seth Wiltming. He's going to try to cut back to the middle. Fakes, goes out to the outside, trying to make people miss. Plenty of yardage for the first down, all the way out to the Elks' 48-yard line. Pickup of about 11 on that play for Seth Wiltming. Nice to see him getting some rushing yards. Kind of a triple threat on the ground game for the Elks with Taven Bevel, quarterback Mark Irigoyen, and Seth Wiltming. Like I mentioned last week, each of those 3 players had over 100 yards rushing.
As we sit right now, the team rushing yards are right at around 156. Average of about 8.5 per carry.
So Wiltbank on in as running back. Fake handoff to him. Taven Bevel's going to throw. Caleb Newby hits him in stride. Caleb Newby, all he had to do was put his hands out. Didn't even have to break stride. Brought that in down to the Bobcat 20-yard line. Huge pickup. Taven Bevel delivers a strike. Drops it right into Caleb Newby's hands. Big passing play for the Elks. You know, you don't see that. We haven't seen that very often tonight. And I think we kind of lulled the Benson Bobcat defense to sleep. And all of a sudden, Bevel's ready to pass, and they weren't ready for it. So to stay the same formation, Bevel in the shotgun, Seth Wiltbank to his left. Bevel takes a snap, hands off to Wilbank, going up the right-hand side, gets a good block by Caleb Newby. He's cut back to the middle, now cut back all the way to the left-hand side, trying to get to the corner. Oh, he's pushed out. Pushed out about 3 inches short. He hit the pylon, which typically tells you it's a touchdown.
Yeah, I even preemptively pulled the Pop Shop Elks touchdown. I was looking at the other ref, and he looked like he was going to go for the 2 hands up, but the one I should have been watching, which was hidden by my monitor, was the one that waved it off out of bounds.
Man, I thought he had it. Well, Seth Wilbank started right, cut all the way back to the left, all the way down to the 1-inch line. Bevel goes under center, hands off to Irigoyen. Touchdown for the Elks. Mark Irigoyen, 1 yard. It will be recorded as 1 yard, even though it was only 1 inch. 1 yard touchdown run for Mark Irigoyen. Puts the Elks up 29-8. Extra point coming up for Sergio Camunez.
So Parker is losing 44-6. It's a fake. Pass to Soderquist. Soderquist is going to get locked up.
So the Elks attempted a fake extra point, weren't able to complete it. We were having a discussion here up in the booth. There's some confusion about some of the scoring that we've been looking at online. It looks like the Santa Cruz-Parker game, we were reporting that as Parker on top. That is actually not true. Santa Cruz is leading that game by quite a bit. So that's more of what we expected for that game, with Santa Cruz coming in and dominating that game against Parker. So go ahead.
No, I was just going to shout out to one of our sponsors, White Mountain Off-Road. You want to rent some ATVs. They got trailers, ATVs, the whole 9 yards. Go see them for a good time.
So the Elks take a lead early in the second half, 29-8. Bobcats out to return the next kickoff. Number 6, Dondre Villalobos. Number 28, Carson Barney deep. Number 26, Devin Bowling. He got the last kickoff a little bit shallow, standing about his own 22-yard line. Camunez tees up the ball, take his drop back about 10 yards, get ready for this next kickoff. Oh, got a flag on the play. Dead ball. Offsides against Benson. Looks like maybe one of their players was lined up over the 50-yard line.
I'll be honest with you, I think that's the first time I've ever seen that called.
You know, typically when that happens, the referees will just tell him, hey, move back a little bit. But maybe they have given warnings already, and that hasn't done anything. So it will be offsides against the Benson Bobcats. We just move it up 5 yards. Sergio kickoff from the 45. If we keep doing this, he could get some field goal practice. Sergio does hold the school record for the longest field goal, I believe, at 53. There is some confusion, 53, 54 yards. But he hit a 50-yard field goal in our game last week.
And, man, wasn't that a good time.
That was an amazing kick. All right, Camunez to kick. Gets a hold of this one. It's going out of the back of the end zone. No chance for a return for the Bobcats. So they'll start this next drive, 1st and 10, from their own 20-yard line. Update on the St. John's game, 13-12. St. John's over Phoenix Christian.
Ooh, that one's getting closer.
That's a good game to watch right there.
Again, a point will do it.
That's all you need. So I know some of you have seen the ad pop up on the live stream for the Live Nativity, December 21st, 22nd. That is a free event for the community. So if you want to head over, it's in Eager off of 2nd Street, just next to the Davis home. If you know Gary and Kathleen Davis, you'll see the Live Nativity right there next to their home. That is a free event. And there's exactly what we were talking about with Carson Barney. Once he makes the corner and starts moving, he's hard to catch. Gain of about 13 on that play, but I do see some laundry on the field. Referee's got a flag in the backfield. That's typically the area of holding. We'll watch and see what this penalty is. And it is holding against the Benson Bobcats. So first big run we've seen from Carson Barney is going to get called back for a holding penalty. So we'll move back, and it'll still be first down for the Bobcats.
Man, this poor Benson team, it just seems like penalties are what has killed every bit of momentum they've been trying to build so far.
Can we get a quick hop-in stat update? Round Valley's got 175 yards rushing, averaging 9.21 yards, 17 total yards passing. So we're controlling the ball on the ground, controlling line of scrimmage. Barney's going to pop one of those.
That's what we're worried about.
You called it a few minutes ago. He about made that corner there.
If he can hit that corner and get a block, he's going to take it to the house. We're just waiting for that to happen.
Thanks to Zerings Mercantile and Benson for the stats as well.
Palmer went under center, kept the ball, no handoff, but did pass. Intended receiver number 2 for the Bobcats, Diego Nikitas. Coverage, I believe,
by Javon Ortiz
was number 5. Yeah, Javon Ortiz on the coverage.
And he was trying hard to jump that route and get underneath.
He almost had an interception on that play. I just learned a little bit of trivia. If Coach Morgan from St. John's wins tonight, he'll pass Coach Morrow for all-time wins in Arizona. What an accomplishment there for Coach Morgan if St. John's can pull off a victory tonight. Had some early movement there on the Benson backfield. Looks like a false start penalty on the Bobcats. So they'll back it up a little bit and try again. Still second down.
Yeah, that looked like it was in the backfield. It wasn't even one of the big uglies up front. That's usually who it is.
Hey,
we have a hard time counting to 1, 2, you know.
I represent that comment. Although in high school I didn't, but now I do.
Well, I did in high school, and I do currently.
And you still do. All right, so that backs Benson up to their own 5-yard line. So we're looking at second and about 25 for the Bobcats. Again, what we talked about, those penalties just continue to push the Bobcats back, and that's just painful and frustrating. And there goes Barney trying to make that corner again. Shoestring tackle made by Owen Young for the Elks to prevent Barney from cutting that one loose. Again, I'm still concerned that he's going to hit one of those, and everybody's going to be looking at his numbers on the back of his jersey once he gets going. Injured player for the Bobcats coming off, able to get off the field under his own power, number 51, Colton McFarland. Hopefully that young man's okay. Coaching staff over to look at him.
Another big shout out to R&M Photography. Robert's here taking some awesome high quality pictures. I know last week he
Barney trying to make that corner again, not able to do that. Stop made by Cade Hogle. Owen Young in on that as well. Caleb Newby there as well for the Elks. So that does bring up 4th and long, 4th and about 20 for the Bobcats. Cole Soderquist going to come in to receive the Esparza punt. Mundo Esparza for the Bobcats to kick. Soderquist standing on the Bobcats about 40-yard line. We're going to have a timeout on the field. Timeout Round Valley. Anyway. Looks like there may have been some personnel questions for the Elks. Maybe too many players or not enough players, so they're going to take a minute, talk it over before this 4th down punt.
Yeah, those are some unfortunate mistakes to be making, this deep into the playoffs, Substitutions, those are always tricky. Like I was saying last week, I know Robert put together a nice collage of all the photos he took of last week's game. Does awesome stuff. Can't thank him enough for supporting the broadcast tonight.
Hey, guys, I'm back. Well, it's a timeout really quick. I want to give some love to Century 21, the sponsor of the third quarter action here on Let's Go Elks. A big thanks to Mr. Richard Ayers and Diana Elmer. I've had the pleasure of working with them for the last couple of weeks. These guys are helping me show a property. And so if you got a property, if you want a property, if you're looking for a property, if you need land, if you need whatever, give Mr. Richard Ayers or Mrs. Diana Elmer a call right now, Century 21 Ponderosa Realty. Thank you for being the sponsor of the third quarter here on Let's Go Elks.
All right, back to football. Esparza back to punt, standing on his own goal line, takes a snap, able to get off a high, deep punt Soderquist is going to catch it about the 42-yard line, step out of bounds. Little extracurriculars going on over there. Haven't seen a flag yet. Whistle was blown, but the tackle was still trying to be made, and Soderquist was trying to get away from the tackle, and it maybe looked a little bit more violent than it was, but I don't see any flags on the play, so maybe we'll just get some warnings to those players and hopefully not let that happen again.
Yeah, I'm hearing some boo birds and all kinds of things going on. Boys just out there being competitive. What's what it looks like to me.
Yep, absolutely. Fans in the dome not real happy about what just happened and that there wasn't a flag called, but I'm not sure which way that flag would have gone. It could have gone potentially either way, so pretty good no call there on the referee's part.
Yeah, it kind of looked like they were just still tripping. Even though the whistle was blown, they were still just kind of figuring it out and swinging this way and that.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so the Elks will take over just inside Bobcat territory, about the 47-yard line. Taven Bevel in the shotgun, Seth Wiltbank to his right. Caleb Newby's going to move in motion over to the left. Bevel takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, keep it. He's throwing deep. Got a man, Riley Hamlin down the middle. Excellent defense by number 6 for the Benson Bobcats. Dondre Villalobos able to jump as high as he could, get a hand up into that passing lane and just tipped the ball out of the outreached hands of Riley Hamlin. That would have been 6 if Riley could have brought that pass down. Huge defensive play there by number 6, Dondre Villalobos.
Yeah, Riley looked like he had about a yard of separation on him. Ball was just a little overthrown, brought it right back into the defense. Awesome play by Villalobos. Well done.
Bevel takes the snap. Man coming in motion, Javon Ortiz. Fake. Gives to Seth Wiltbank. He's hit immediately in the backfield by Carson Barney. Also in on that number 3, Remington Thola. Able to come in and make that tackle for a loss against the Elks. Drops him back to 3rd and 13. So a loss of 3 on that play. 3rd and 13 for the Elks. Haven't seen too many of these long yardage plays for the Elks. Good job there by the Benson defense. All right, Taven Bevel takes a snap, rolls to his left. Now he's got to move back to his right. He's looking for a place to throw it. He sees Caleb Newby down in the middle, but it's intercepted. Pass is intercepted by number 21, Nick Redmond for the Benson Bobcats. Tackled by number 4, Riley Hamlin, after the interception. But there were several flags in the backfield as Taven Bevel was scrambling in the backfield. That's usually an indicator of holding. We'll see what the penalty is.
Yeah, there was one early as the play was developing as he was rolling out. And then as he rolled out, there was another one that came in from another ref. It looks like they both saw the same thing.
Yeah, so it is holding against the Elks.
Which I'm assuming they're going to decline.
Yeah, I imagine that Benson's going to decline that, take the interception.
And we basically punted.
It's pretty much what happened. It's 3rd and long. We just basically, you're absolutely right. So Benson's going to take over at their own about 30-yard line, between the 30 and the 29. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. See if they can get some movement going, get some offense pushing here. Palmer's going to come up under center. He's got 2 men in the backfield. Looks like Jace Barney and also number 26, Devin Bowling. Palmer to take the snap. Drops back to the middle, airs one out to the left-hand side. Pass was a little bit short, intended for number 5, Dante Harris. But the ball actually bounces off the feet of the defender. So I don't know if Harris was going to cut or maybe run a little curl route, but that pass just ended up falling short before either the receiver or the defensive back had even turned around.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver looked back for it, didn't see it, and said, well, I guess I just keep running.
Just kept running, yeah. All right, so Palmer goes under center. Carson Barney's going to split out a wide receiver in the near side, covered by Javon Ortiz. Palmer's going to take the snap, look to pass. Now he's going to keep it. He's running up the middle. He's got a lane. He's moving all the way across the 50, down about to the 42-yard line of the Elks. Talon Palmer with a fake pass. I don't know if he was really looking to pass and then didn't see anybody, felt the pressure, and was able to skirt through the line for a huge run for the Benson Bobcats. Talon Palmer all the way into Elk territory. Ball spotted at the 40, we'll call it the 41-yard line of the Elks. 1st and 10, Benson Bobcats.
Yeah, that's frustrating as a defensive lineman when you get that pressure, but you don't quite get him, and he sneaks out and gets all those big yards.
Absolutely. Carson Barney takes the handoff over to the left. Picks up about 6 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Bobcats. Tackle made by number 8, Cade Hogel.
I hear yells of "Come on, ref," but I'm not sure why.
I didn't see anything that needed to be called out, but maybe they're sitting a little closer than we are, maybe. All right, Palmer's going to go under center again.
2nd and 4.
Talon Palmer
Under center, one man out on the right
takes the
side.
snap, hands off immediately. Jace Barney up the middle. He's bobbing and weaving. Barney's going to pick up the 1st down for the Bobcats. We got a late flag coming in against, I'm pretty sure that's going to be against the Elks.
I couldn't tell if his hand was stuck in his helmet and he was trying to get it out.
That's what it looked like to me. But that's not what the fans. That's not what the fans saw for sure. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Elks. So evidently the referee saw the end of that as well. And again, we don't know exactly what happened, but I know there was a Benson player on the ground, Round Valley player over top, and it looked like there was a hand and a face mask involved, but I don't know any more about that than what we saw right at the very end.
Yeah, I was looking at the delay on the stream, and we barely caught it. It kind of looked like his hand was just stuck to his face mask, but hey, it was on the face mask, so.
That's right. Palmer under center. Takes a snap, hands off immediately up to Jace Barney, right up the middle. Gain of 2 or 3 on the play.
Benson definitely looking to pick up the pace, getting to the line pretty quick. Clock is working against him, and they're doing a lot of running.
Several flags coming in late. Dead ball false start on the Benson Bobcats. Scoot back, still 2nd down. So that'll take it to about 2nd and 11 for the Bobcats. Ball spotted about the 17-yard line of the Elks. Bobcats 2nd and 11. 2:29 left in the 3rd quarter, 29-8. Round Valley Elks on top. Handoff goes to number 6, DeAndre Villalobos. He's bobbing and weaving all the way down to about the 8-yard line.
That's real close to a 1st down.
DeAndre Villalobos with a big run for the Benson Bobcats.
Looks like it's going to be just short of the 1st down. Looks like 3rd and 1 from the 8-yard line.
Yep, 3rd and 1 from the 8.
3rd and 1, the Elks looking to get it done and help them out, fans. We got some Elks defense.
Palmer goes under center. Jace Barney right behind him.
Palmer under center. Talon Palmer takes
He keeps it himself, rolls around, not able to get too far, but he probably has enough for the 1st down. Pushes down to about the 5-yard line. About the 6. So ball spotted on the 6. That is a 1st down. So we're now looking 1st and goal for the Bobcats from the Elks 6-yard line. 1:33 left in the 3rd quarter. We did see an update on the Blue Ridge Snowflake game, that game is actually a 28-28 tie at the moment. Blue Ridge Snowflake. Palmer under center. Hands off to Carson Barney. He's going to jump over defenders. Tried to get to the left side.
Gain of about a yard on the play. Looks like it's going to be second goal from the 5.
Gain of about 1 on the play. Ball spotted the 5-yard line, 2nd and goal for the Bobcats.
Looks like Newby slow to get up.
Caleb Newby comes up a little bit injured at the end of that play, trying to make his way to the sidelines, limping pretty heavily on that left leg. I don't know if that was the leg that was bothering him, the last 2 games when we didn't see him play. Hopefully that's not an old injury that hopefully it's not any injury. Hopefully he can bounce right back, but hate to see that young man go down and not be able to come off the field. So we'll pause here for a minute while the training staff, Dr. Hamlin, take a look at Caleb Newby and see if we can help that young man out. Want to give a quick shout out to quarterback for Benson, number 7, Talon Palmer. Matt Martell's letting us know that Talon's a great kid, tough as nails. He's coming back this year after being out 2 years with a horrible knee injury. So good to see that young man coming out playing hard after a knee injury. I can tell you I know how that feels. 10 surgeries, 2 replacements myself, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am. But it's been a minute since I played. But good seeing that young man coming back and playing hard after having a knee injury. He's going to keep it himself. Tries to get out there. Tripped up by number 14, Taven Bevel. Talon Palmer trying to get the corner to get to the end zone, but stopped right at the 5-yard line. So no gain on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 5. Tackle made by Taven Bevel.
Yeah, they've been moving the ball really well, but defense stiffening here in the red zone.
3rd and goal. This is a big opportunity, Elks fans. Make some noise for your defense. Help them out, student section.
Talon Palmer under center. Takes a snap, hands to the first man, Jace Barney. He goes forward for about 2. That'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 3, end of the 3rd quarter. So 4th and 3, ball spotted about the 2-yard line. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. So we'll switch ends of the field, move all the way down to the north end of the field, where we'll start the 4th quarter.
Indeed. I guess this is about as good a time as any to welcome our 4th quarter sponsor tonight, Molly Butler's Lodge. Still looking for an answer to Thanksgiving. Give Molly Butler's a call. I hear they put on quite a spread.
And I don't really care what Wes says about fruits of the forest. I think that's what are berries of the forest. I'm not sure, but the mud pie, man, there's a special place in my heart and in my stomach for Molly Butler's mud pie.
I'm mud pie guy myself. Just a quick update.
Yes, please.
Just comment. Kate Hogle tonight is playing best game he's had all year. We've called his name, marking down here, had fumble recovery in the first half. He's been in on almost every big tackle tonight. It's been a big game for him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Kate Hogle's done a great job tonight. Like Steven said, had that fumble recovery in the end zone to score the defensive touchdown for the Elks in the 1st quarter, and has been in just about on every big defensive play that the Elks have had tonight. So good to see that young man having a good game. So Benson's going to be 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Start of the 4th quarter, making their way all the way down to the north end of the dome here. So Palmer's going to come up to the line of scrimmage, going to go right under center. Jace Barney right behind him. 4th and goal. Takes the snap, keeps it himself. He's going to get into the end zone. What an athletic play by Talon Palmer. Not to be denied. Hits an immediate stop and then spins, rolls, jumps, flies into the end zone and scores touchdown for the Benson Bobcats.
Yeah, it looked like he jumped sideways, like straight out of the Matrix.
That was pretty fantastic to watch. Nice job there by Mr. Talon Palmer, quarterback for the Benson Bobcats. So 29-14 Elks on top, extra point coming up. Looks like the Bobcats are going to go for 2 again. Palmer under center. He's got Jace Barney and DeAndre Villalobos in the I formation. Barney's the up back. Fakes to him, hands to Villalobos. Oh, he faked me out. Handoff went to Barney right up the middle. I thought he gave it to Villalobos. Went to Barney. He was stopped, so the 2-point conversion is no good. So the score remains 29-14. Round Valley Elks on top. 11:56 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, he really does sell that fake so well.
It's incredible how quickly he gets the snap and then can spin and either hand off, hit the second handoff, or keep the ball himself. That's got to be confusing for those defensive linemen to track where that ball's going. And that's why we're seeing some success moving the ball for the Benson Bobcats now.
$2 pizza at the concession stands, folks. $2 pizza. All fourth quarter at the concession stands. Don't forget, Trail Riders and the Pop Shop.
Big shout out to Booger Red's Family Restaurant located here in Springerville. Serving up, as always, great food, now featuring locally grown greens. Booger Red's. They have new shrimp and carne asada street tacos with those microgreens. Can't wait to try some myself.
Esparza in to kick for the Bobcats. Back deep, we've got Dylan Jordan, Cole Soderquist. We're going to have a short kick here. Falls right into the hands of Riley Hamlin, number 4. He immediately takes a knee. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. That's where the Elks will take over, start the next drive. 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. 11:54 to go in the fourth quarter.
Both teams trying these onside pooch kicks. Neither side having much luck so far. But I like to see him trying.
It's a nice skill to have for when you really need it. Not necessarily need it in a game like this right now, but when you need it in a game, that's a nice skill to have perfected. So Bevel in the shotgun. Mark Irigoyen to his left. Taven Bevel takes the snap, hands off to Irigoyen. He's moving to his right, head up the middle, caught from behind. Tackle made by number 40. Brian Gutierrez for the Benson Bobcats. Nice tackle for only a short gain for Irigoyen. Only 3 yards on that play. Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Elks.
Yeah, that was an impressive tackle. It looked like he was past him, and then he just like stopped mid-stride, and it's because Gutierrez was not letting go.
Irigoyen's going to stay in the game. Taven Bevel's going to take the shotgun. Irigoyen to his left. Bevel hands off to Irigoyen. No, he keeps it. Taven Bevel's going to keep it. Gets tripped but falls forward. We do have a late flag coming in. Got some pushing and shoving on the offensive line out on the far side.
A little extracurricular activity going on. We'll see what the refs have to say here.
It's going to be a holding call against the Elks. So we're going to see a substitution for the Elks. Big number 76 for the Elks, J.P. McCall, is going to come off. Number 60, Cutter Williams, is going to come join the offensive line. Ball's going to be backed up 10 yards. 10-yard penalty for the holding. About 2nd and about 11 or 12 now for the Elks. So Irigoyen stays in the game in the backfield as running back. Taven Bevel in as quarterback. Bevel lined up in the shotgun. Irigoyen to his left.
Bevel from the shotgun, 11 minutes left in the ballgame.
Takes a snap, keeps it, looks to pass. Now he's going to run. He's going to get tripped up in the backfield. Number 28, Carson Barney with a heads-up play. Able to sneak in, trip up Taven Bevel. Loss of maybe a yard on the play.
3rd down at about 13, I would say.
So 3rd and 13 for the Elks. Caleb Newby's back on the field now for Round Valley. Good to see that wasn't a game-ending injury for him. He's able to come back out. Owen Young in the game at tight end. Irigoyen stays in and In the backfield is running back. Taven Bevel's going to take the shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff, looks to pass. He's going to try to run. He's not going to go anywhere. Tackled by number 52. Sack made by Ryan Francione. Drops Taven Bevel for a bigger loss. We see a huge defensive stand here by the Benson Bobcats, showing some defensive prowess here to stop the Elks. Drop them back each of those plays. So now it's 4th and long. 4th and about 15 or 16 for the Elks.
Punt unit out on the field.
Bevel to kick. We've got DeAndre Villalobos and Carson Barney both back to receive. Carson Barney's been all over the field tonight. Young man's a workhorse. Kick from Taven Bevel, end over end, goes out of bounds. Ball's going to be spotted about the 40, see where the referee stops, about the 44-yard line. So Benson will take over 1st and 10 from their own 44, 9:27 left in the game.
Yeah, great field position. They've got some momentum going for them. Just got that offensive score, had a huge showing on defense there, and got an opportunity to really start picking up the momentum. You know, 2 more scores with 9.5 minutes left. That
it makes this an interesting game.
For sure.
All right, Palmer's going to come up under center. Jace Barney right behind him. Carson Barney just over to the right-hand side, just outside of the tackle. He's going to hand off to DeAndre Villalobos. He's trying to get over to the corner. He gets caught, but falls forward for a couple more yards.
Yeah.
Tackle made by number 7, Dylan Jordan. Sorry, Ethan.
Yeah, no, nice second effort there. I mean, he was down at the line and was able to get those 3 yards just by fighting for everything he was worth.
I do see a flag here. Flag's thrown at about the 44-yard line on this side of the field. We've got a personal foul, chop block against the Benson Bobcats. So personal foul for a chop block. We're going to move them back. It'll still be 1st down, but we'll get some penalty yardage here, which will push the Benson Bobcats back.
Yeah, is that a 10 or a 15-yard? I think it's a 10, isn't it?
I'm going to wait until the referee marks it off, and then I'll tell you. Ten-yard penalty. See? Told you.
Yeah, I never lost faith in you. Don't worry. But now he's going 5 more yards, so it's
15-yard penalty. See, I knew it.
Just like you said.
Like I said.
Clearly a 15-yard shot blocking penalty.
And I guess, I don't know. Personal foul, chop block. So we're looking at 1st and long for the Benson Bobcats. Unfortunately, those penalties are coming back to haunt them again right when they had some momentum going. Let's see what they can do. Palmer's going to be from the shotgun this time. Haven't seen that for a while in this game. Palmer's going to take the snap. He's got 4 wide receivers. He drops back a couple steps, looks to throw, puts it up in the air for Carson Barney. Bounces off the defender. Coverage, Caleb Newby on the coverage. Also Riley Hamblin over there. So that'll bring up 2nd and long for the Benson Bobcats. Pass was incomplete.
Wow. Just one that seemed like they were really starting to get going, and then that major 15-yard penalty. Just heartbreaking.
And unfortunately, that's not the first time we've seen that happen tonight for the Benson Bobcats.
Benson fans in the building getting a nice little chant going on.
Carson Barney trying to get some yardage. Maybe gain of about 6, so that's going to bring up 3rd and still long. So it's 3rd and about 25 here for the Benson Bobcats. Palmer heads to the sideline, gets the play, comes back, delivers it in the huddle. He comes up under center, 2 men behind him, I formation. Jace Barney, DeAndre Villalobos. He's going to roll out to his right, look to pass, get some good blocking. Pass is caught. But that's not even close to a 1st down. Still 10 yards short of the 1st down. So only about a 10 to 15-yard pass play.
I'm not going to lie. The ref, the way he was reacting, I thought it was way closer to a 1st down.
I made that mistake earlier this game too. I'm seeing the marker, but it's the first one, not the 10-yard marker past that. So we're looking at 4th and about 12 for the Bobcats. Looks like offense is going to stay on the field. Talon Palmer is going to bring his team out from the huddle. Let's see if he stays out in the shotgun. He's not going to. He's going to come up under center. I formation with Barney and Villalobos behind him. He takes the snap, hands off. Villalobos is going to try to pass it back to Barney, but not able to do so. Gets hit in the backfield immediately. Once again, Cade Hogel playing tough heads-up defense and makes the stop. So that's going to turn the ball over on downs. Round Valley will take over.
Going to change sides here. Round Valley looking to increase the lead, run some time off the clock. We'll see what they can get going on here.
So Round Valley is going to huddle up, talk about this first offensive play. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Round Valley on top 29-14. Taven Bevel is going to line up in shotgun. I don't think we've seen him in any other formation. Maybe I can stop calling it out each time. But Mark Irigoyen to his left. Bevel takes the snap. He's going to keep it all the way. Irigoyen's going to lead block. Taven Bevel's made the corner. He's going to try to get to the end zone. They're not going to get him. Taven Bevel, first play from scrimmage, touchdown. Mr. Taven Bevel with a huge run. 42-yard touchdown run for Taven Bevel. 35-14, Round Valley on top.
Yeah, wow. Once he broke the corner, he just put the speed on, and no one was going to catch him. Looks like Kamuna is getting ready to kick.
So extra point coming up for the Elks. Dylan Jordan, your long snapper. Taven Bevel, quarterback, who just ran that touchdown to hold. Sergio Camunez coming in to kick. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up. Kick is good. Round Valley 36. Benson Bobcats 14. 6:53 left in the fourth quarter.
Shout out to Bingham Built, woodworking in all shapes and sizes. They do custom CNC design. Bring in your logo and they can make something up for you. They also do custom caskets. Get something unique for your loved one to memorialize them. Bingham Built.
Mr. Andy Bingham, I've seen some of the work that he's done firsthand with that CNC machine, and it's pretty fantastic. The craftsmanship that he has, the attention to detail. So if you're looking for any custom woodworking work, please hit up Bingham Built.
Yeah, and I understand he's doing a big holiday.
All right, so Round Valley is going to come in for the next kickoff. Obviously, Sergio Camunez coming in to kick. Back deep, number 6, DeAndre Villalobos. Number 28, Carson Barney for the Benson Bobcats.
Are you sure it's not pronounced Camunez?
Camunez. Last week on the live stream, Wes was on here, and his son has a cow that just had a calf, and he wanted to name that calf Camunez. So Camunez is going to kick it all the way deep into the end zone. Automatic touchback. So Benson will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 6:53 left to go in the first half. In the fourth quarter. I wish it was still the first half. I love watching football. So 6:53 left in the game. Round Valley on top, 36-14. Snowflake is up 28-34 in the fourth quarter over Blue Ridge. Snowflake on top, 34-28 over Blue Ridge in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this has been a good game. I'm not sure I'm ready for it to end, but I guess all good things come to an end sometime.
Palmer's going to line up in shotgun now. Takes a snap, takes a couple of steps back, and launch it out over off the right-hand side. Carson Barney got a little bit turned around, was looking over his right shoulder to the outside and had to turn back into the inside, and ball falls incomplete. 2 men on the coverage, Taven Bevel and number 7, Dylan Jordan. So 2nd and 10 from the 20 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, he had about a half-yard separation. If he could have met up with that pass, it could have spelled trouble. Could have got them right back in this ball game, but opportunities lost.
All right, Palmer in the shotgun, takes the snap, is going to look to pass. He may have to keep it. He's rolling out to the right. He's going to tuck and run, trying to get out of bounds. He does.
Yeah, I saw a flag back by the line of scrimmage.
So flag in the backfield right at the 20-yard line.
I mean, it's a big play for Benson. Obviously, there's going to be a flag, right?
Unfortunately, that's the way it's fallen so far for the Bobcats this game. See what the referee's going to signal here.
I see some hip thrusting and
personal foul, face mask against the Elks.
Oh.
So that is a penalty for the Bobcats this time, not against them. So they'll jump up personal foul yardage for the face mask. So it will be an automatic first down for the Benson Bobcats. Going to move that out, looks like all the way out to the 35-yard line. Excuse me, ball spotted on the 41-yard line, so it's going to be 15 from the spot of the foul. So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from their own 41-yard line. Palmer's going to stay in shotgun. He's calling out plays to his receivers, takes the snap, drops, looks to throw, throws out to the right-hand side. Intercepted number 4, Riley Hamblin. Riley Hamblin cut that route. Intercepted the pass, went to the ground. Benson came up with it after he hit the ground, but Riley was clearly down after the interception. So huge play by Mr. Riley Hamblin, picking off that pass, which will put Round Valley right back on offense. Ball spotted at their own 33-yard line. That's where they'll start this series, 1st and 10.
It's like he could smell that play. Literally, as soon as the ball was snapped, he was backpedaling about a half second before the ball was snapped because he knew it was coming his way. It seemed like.
Head was turned. He was locked onto the quarterback, was watching it the whole way, and just jumped the route perfectly. The receiver didn't even have an option to catch that pass. Nice heads-up play there by Riley Hamblin. So Taven Bevel's going to take the snap. Looks like Dylan Jordan in the background with him. He's going to pull it out. Taven Bevel pulls it out on the option play. He's going to take the defender head on. First down yardage for Taven Bevel all the way out to the 48-yard line of the Elks.
Yeah, he wasn't interested in going out of bounds.
So he stuck that ball in Dylan Jordan's midsection until the very last moment, and as soon as that linebacker crashed, he pulled the ball out and was able to make the corner. That's a good read play there by Taven Bevel, watching that linebacker the entire way. Linebacker stays home. He's going to leave the ball in, let Jordan go up the middle. But when that linebacker crashed, he was able to pull that ball out, make it around the corner, and pick up first down yardage. Heads-up play there by Taven Bevel. So Dylan Jordan's going to stay in the backfield with Bevel. Bevel takes a snap, gives it to Jordan this time. He's caught from behind by number 3, Remington Thola for the Benson Bobcats. Only a gain of about 1 on that play. 2nd and 9 for the Elks.
Your Elks leading 36-14. Again, the winner of this game goes to play at Campo Verde High School next Saturday against the winner of the Parker-Santa Cruz game. I believe it's 7 p.m. in Campo Verde.
So again, it's Bevel and Jordan in the backfield. Bevel to take the shotgun snap. Jordan's to his right. Now moves to his left. Caleb Newby's going to come in slow motion over to the left-hand side. Whistle before the snap. Delay of game call on the Elks. So we're going to back up. It'll be 2nd and 14 for the Elks.
2nd and 14 for the Elks.
This might be fun. If you want to ask the crowd, if you could ask more.
So word on the street is we're going to be doing an interview with Mark Irigoyen right after the game. So chat, if there is any question you would like to ask him, post it now, and we'll see if we can sneak it into the interview.
Bevel takes the snap, tries to pitch, ball's on the ground. Heads up play by Dylan Jordan to come up with the ball. Elks fans want a penalty on that play. Dylan Jordan was on the ground, had the ball, and a Benson player came in way late, but it looked like that he thought the ball was still
up for grabs.
Still up for grabs. So no penalty on that play. Round Valley is going to maintain possession. Timeout Benson. So it's 3rd and long. Elks on their own 40-yard line. About 14 to go for a first down. Maybe even a little bit longer now. It's going to be 3rd and about 17 or 18 now.
Yeah. So big shout out to Hop In. They've just acquired shortstop. It's under new management and not their first rodeo. They wanted to let everyone know that they're going to be rolling out a new thing called the Spirit Pumps. So they're going to take one pump and decorate it, and 1 cent per every gallon goes right back to the school to support the Elks.
All right, so Bevel's in the shotgun. Dylan Jordan to his right. Jordan's going to lead block. Taven's going to keep it, trying to get around the corner. Not quite able to make the corner. Tackle made by number 6, DeAndre Villalobos. Nice sportsmanship there. Villalobos makes the tackle immediately, helps Bevel back to his feet. Short gain for the Elks. That's going to bring up 4th and long. That got real loud.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Hey, sorry about that, guys. We're testing a wireless mic. I'm loud and in the business. We're going to see if we can get some post-game action from one of the Elks, so stay tuned for that.
Punt comes in. Taven Bevel's going to kick. Takes his time. Launches a nice high kick. Good bounce. Almost to the 10-yard line. Dylan Jordan trying to usher it along, get a little further. Marked down right at the 11-yard line. Nice punt by Taven Bevel for the Elks. Good coverage there to down that at the 11-yard line. So Benson will take over 1st and 10 from their own 11, down 36-14, 3:49 left in the game. So like Ethan mentioned earlier, we are going to have a post-game interview. Wes is going to try to get down on the field, see if we can catch Mark Irigoyen or one of the other Round Valley players. So if you have any questions you want us to ask or you think would be fun to get perspective on from any of those Round Valley players, let us know in the comments. We'd love to see if we can sneak that in. We're going to try to get a live interview with one of the key players for the Elks, so stay tuned for that right after the game. Palmer for the Benson Bobcats takes a shotgun snap, keeps it himself, trying to get up to the middle. Tackle made by Trevor Wilson, number 55 for the Elks.
Second down with a gain of about 1 on the play.
Only gain of about 1 yard, so 2nd and 9 for the Bobcats. They're going to run some hurry-up offense, come right back to the line of scrimmage. Palmer still in the backfield in shotgun. Jace Barney to his right. Carson Barney is in the slot to the right. 4 receivers. Palmer looks to pass, fakes. He's going to pull it down and keep it himself. Now he's going to run. Gets caught from behind by Trevor Wilson. Looks like he's got enough for a first down. Palmer a little slow to get up after that play. The young man's been a workhorse tonight for the Benson Bobcats. Nice to see that he's okay. We don't need any more knee injuries for that young man. Matt Martell let us know that he was out in recovery for 2 full years after a horrible knee injury. Nice to see him back on the field. Palmer looks to pass again. He's going to move up in the pocket, tries to get a pass away, bounces out and off of Carson Barney's hands. A short pass, only about 7 yards, but Caleb Newby on the coverage. Barney not able to bring it in, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats.
Yeah, showing a lot of heart here, the Bobcats are. There's no quit or give up in them.
Bobcats come back to the line of scrimmage. Palmer's going to come under center this time. Jace Barney right behind him.
Palmer now under center. 1 man out to the right side.
He hands off to DeAndre Villalobos. Villalobos tries to make the corner, but caught from behind. Irigoyen Cade Hogle in on the tackle. That young man's been all over the field. So Mark Irigoyen, Cade Hogle on the tackle, short gain. Benson gets right back on the ball to run their next play. Elks defense gets set. Palmer's looking left and right, calling out to his receivers, make sure everybody's on the same page, takes the shotgun snap. He moves up in the pocket, running up the center, almost caught from behind. Finally tackled by number 44, Mark Irigoyen. Close to a first down. Let's see where the ball gets marked. Referee on this side is indicating a first down. So it is 1st and 10. Talon Palmer picks up the first down with his feet. Good run there by the quarterback. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in the game. Palmer communicating with his wideouts in the shotgun. Barney to his left, takes the snap, drops back a couple steps, launches it over to the right. Pass is caught by number 2. Number 2 for Diego Niquitez for the Benson Bobcats. Picks up a first down, moves it out to the 48-yard line. Benson again in the hurry-up offense, right on the line of scrimmage, not giving time for the Elks to substitute any players, trying to capitalize on a tired defense. Palmer takes the snap, drops back, looking to pass, moves up in the pocket, able to move out to the left-hand side. He's still trying to throw it. Tried to throw it deep, but ball goes way out of bounds. Unfortunately, not close to the intended receiver. Looks like DeAndre Villalobos was the intended receiver, covered by number 11, Caleb Newby. Pass incomplete. So that'll stop the clock, give the defense and offense both time to take a breather. So 2nd and 10 for the Benson Bobcats. Palmer's going to hand off to Carson.
Carson's going to take it on the left side. We're going to get right out to midfield, 3rd and about 8.
So Carson Barney picks up about 2 on the play, maybe just 1. 3rd and 9 for the Bobcats. Benson right back on the line of scrimmage. Carson Barney goes out to the slot. Talon Palmer is going to be in shotgun. Jace Barney in the backfield with him. Fuller receiver to this side. Pass is short hopped. Intended for number 2, Diego Niquitez. We do have a flag on the play out on the far side.
That looks to be in pass interference territory.
Either that or a sideline issue, because it was thrown by the referee right on that far sideline, right on the Benson sideline.
Could have been.
Nope, we're looking at pass interference on the Elks.
1:04 left in the ball game.
So, minute 4 left in the game. Round Valley on top, 36-14. Automatic first down after the penalty for the Bobcats. That's going to move them into Elk territory. Ball spotted on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Palmer's going to be in the shotgun. Jace Barney to his left. Got Villalobos and Fulla on the near side. Soderquist is going to make the sack. Cole Soderquist catches Barney in the backfield. Loss of about 9 on the play. Catches Palmer in the backfield. Palmer was trying to get the corner and be able to make a pass, but Cole Soderquist read it all the way and able to tackle him in the backfield for a loss. 2nd and about 19. Benson calls a timeout. 52 seconds left in the game.
Big shout out, Farmers Insurance agent Troy Merrill, located right there in the little building in the parking lot, right there next to Shortstop, or I guess Hop In, rather, as it's going to be called from now on. Troy Merrill, your Farmers Insurance agent. I know I use him for a lot of my business insurance needs. Go see Troy. He's a good guy and loves supporting the Elks.
All right, guys, so we're going to send Wes down on the field as soon as the game's over, try to get some interviews. We're going to try to get some key players from both teams, so don't leave. Stick around after the game. If you want to hear interviews from some of the key players, we're going to see if we can't get either Talon Palmer or Carson Barney for the Benson Bobcats. See if maybe we can get Mr. Mark Irigoyen for the Elks. We're going to see what we can get after the game. So stay tuned if you want to hear the interviews from those players and see what we can do. All right, Benson's going to Second and long. Palmer's under center. He hands off to DeAndre Villalobos. He turns the corner. We got a flag in the backfield. Villalobos picks up about 12 or 13 on the play. But we do have a holding call against Benson. So unfortunately, that long run's going to come back for Benson. Again, these penalties just haunt the Bobcats this game.
Yeah, that Villalobos, he runs hard, and he's athletic. It's been a treat watching him tonight.
We've called his name a lot, that kind of trio between the Carson Barney, Talon Palmer, and DeAndre Villalobos. Good to see those young men having a good game tonight.
So we're second down and a mile. 44 seconds left on the clock.
Bobcats up to the line of scrimmage. Second and long for the Bobcats. Palmer under center. Ball is on the ground. He picks it up. Not able to go anywhere with it. Tackle made by number 2, Owen Young. So that'll bring up third and just a little bit longer than before. 24, clock's running, so down to 23 seconds.
Timeout called by the Bobcats.
Timeout Benson. 23 seconds left in the game, 36-14. Elks on top.
Check 1, 2. One more time, guys. Just checking our wireless situation. We're going to try to get you some post-game interviews, so don't go anywhere. We're going to try to get on the field with an Elk and possibly a Benson Bobcat. So Bobcat fans, hang with us. We don't want you to go anywhere. We're going to try to interview one of yours as well post-game. So stick with us here on Let's Go Elks. Big thanks to Molly's taking care of business in the fourth quarter. Molly Butler's and the fruits of the forest pie. You gots to have it when you go, but then they're going to yell about the mud pie stuff.
Which
blah, blah, blah.
we've already done.
Blah, blah, blah.
Mud pie.
Yeah, but there's so much chocolate in it.
But here's the thing. It doesn't matter which pie you get. The prime rib is why you go. I mean, let's be honest.
The man makes a good point. And, Steven, don't talk about the chicken. You go for the red meat. That's why you go visit Molly Butler Lodge and the Mormon gravy situation.
Yes, please. All right, Bobcats back over the ball. Palmer in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to look for a long throw. There's one out over the right. Has a receiver in line. Takes a hit. Number 5 came down with the pass. Dante Harris. We do have a flag that came in. So we do have a flag come in. I think we're going to get a penalty on that hit against that receiver. Obviously, fans in the building aren't real happy about it. So we do have a personal foul penalty, a targeting penalty against the Elks. I'm not sure how that was a targeting penalty when the player was hitting the ribs, but we're going to go with what the referees say. There's no other option. So it is a targeting penalty against the Elks. Moves them up 22-yard line, ball spotted on. 11 seconds left, 36-14. Palmer's going to be in the shotgun. Throw over to the deep corner. Way too far out of bounds, intended for number 2, Diego Nikitas. Incomplete pass, 5 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats.
5 seconds left on the clock.
So potentially last play of the game here for the Bobcats. Palmer's going to line up under center, 2 men behind him. Takes the snap, keeps it, looking to pass. He's going to get caught in the backfield. Tripped up by number 8, Cade Hogle. And that's your ball game, folks. Round Valley Elks take this second round playoff game 36 over the Benson Bobcats 14. So the Round Valley Elks will move into the 3rd round of the playoffs. They'll face the winner of the Santa Cruz Parker game, which from everything that we've heard so far is going to be Santa Cruz. on top of Parker. That game's going to happen 7 p.m. next Saturday at Campo Verde High School down in Gilbert. So if you find yourself in the Valley next week or have the opportunity to go down, that game will be Saturday evening. We believe it's going to be 7 p.m. Campo Verde High School against the winner of Santa Cruz Parker. We believe that that's going to be Santa Cruz will take that game. We don't have a final on that game yet, but we believe it'll be Round Valley Santa Cruz next week. Those two teams did meet in the regular season this year. Round Valley came out on top against the Santa Cruz football team, and so no idea obviously what's going to happen next week. You can't base it off of what happened in the regular season game. And I do see a 27-20 Phoenix Christian over St. John's final. I don't know if that's confirmed 100%, but Caden Wilkins just commented 27-20 PC, so Phoenix Christian. We'll see if we can get a final on the St. John's Phoenix Christian game for you and make that official. So good job here by the Round Valley Elks. Like I mentioned before, we've got Wes headed down onto the field to see if we can't get an interview with a couple of our players, a couple of Benson players, see if maybe we can talk to a couple of them and get some thoughts on the game and get some insights onto how things went. So Wes is going to try to get a hold of some of those guys and see if they do an interview for us. We'll see what we can get. We may have to wait until they've met with their teams before we can get them away. So hang with us for a minute if you'd like to hear some interviews. Round Valley team and fans are right in the center of the field singing the fight song right now. So hang out with us for just a minute. We're working to see if we can get in contact with anybody and see what we can do.
Another huge shout out to all of our sponsors that helped us put this on tonight. It was a huge effort. We introduced a lot of new things. You know, they're who helps us pay for all the equipment that helps us do this, pay the fees to the AIA to stream this.
All right, check
game.
1, 2 down here on the field. Sorry if I'm cutting you off. Ethan, can I get a thumbs up or Sherrod?
Yep, we can hear you. I can't see you. I don't know where you went, but I can hear you. Well, we could hear Wes. I don't know if he's breaking up a little bit now.
Mark Irigoyen.
Oh, he's going to be coming in and out. Dang it.
Mark is going. How does Raphael handle Friday night? Okay.
Yeah, he misses me, of course, but you know.
I was going to say a little bit of step. So, Mark, how did Benson execute against your expectations?
So, guys, it sounds like maybe we're having a little bit of technical difficulties.
Number 20 is good players. It's all around.
Didn't expect that. There's not just one bar. You know, Carson Barney, number 28, but then you got Chase, big man, number 34. They give him the ball up the middle, and he was getting by. What did you guys do? How did you find to isolate that offense?
Hey, Wes, can you
So play the game from your perspective. What was your highlight? What do you think really changed the game tonight? We needed the confidence to get it. Very good. So strength comes from the heart. What does that mean to you? And then what does that mean? He's like a brother. When we're all like working together, that's when we accomplish our part goal. And in the second half, when we were working together, we were kind of like separate up. And after that, we kind of just got together and brought from the heart. Very nice. Something that I really like on the shirt you guys have, it's not like the emoji heart, it's not the iconic heart, but it's a real heart. And I think that really materializes what it is. That's where it comes from. That's where the brotherhood comes from. That's the big thing.
So how is that going to carry you guys into next week? So Santa Cruz, you saw him in the regular season.
I wouldn't expect us to be that good.
The elevation advantage working for you guys heading down the valley. Good.
What do you think that's going to do? Is that going to play to your guys' favor?
I think it's for me,
All right, sorry, hang on just a sec. Guys, you can hear me, hang on just a sec.
I can hear you now.
All right, Ethan, you got me?
I got you.
That's much better. Tell him to do the whole thing again.
All right, you're
All right,
good.
Ethan, you got me?
I got you.
All right, sorry about that. So where we're at, we're Santa Cruz next Saturday. Any final thoughts about what do you think preparation is going to be between this Friday and next Saturday getting ready for that game?
Definitely shut down the run game. We're going to have to prepare on that a lot.
And you guys saw a lot of running, a lot of hard running. Do you think this game's going to help you prepare to isolate that running game next week against Santa Cruz?
Oh, yeah. I believe that we're going to hit the outs, like the sweeps, and practice like hard.
All right. How does it feel, Mr. Mark Irigoyen, to be king?
Feels pretty good. It's nothing special, just another person, I guess.
The king, he's just another person. So, last game here in the Dome, Mark. How does that feel for you?
A little sad because I've been playing in here since like 3rd grade. Definitely gonna miss it.
That's right. You guys got to see a little bit of the pregame action. Some of these guys that have been playing together forever. And so last game in the Dome, heading to Santa Cruz. Mark, any last words for us tonight?
I got nothing. No.
Mark, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Go get them.
Yeah,
thank you, sir. All right, guys, we're going to hang out for just a second. I'm going to try to get Mr. Barney. Carson Barney said that he would talk to us for just a sec. So I'm going to give it back to you guys up top for just a few minutes. And let me get Mr. Barney, and we'll come back. Thanks.
All right, guys. So, hey, sorry about some technical difficulties right off the bat there. Unfortunately, the wireless mic, based off where the position of the camera is, Wes seems to be a little bit underneath the bleachers, and so the wireless isn't having a great connection. We finally got him on the speakerphone so that we could connect that in. So I think we got the last end of that interview with Mark Irigoyen. Wes is going to try to get a quick interview with Carson Barney from Benson. He agreed to talk to us for a minute and see if we can't get some words of wisdom from him and close out his senior season. I believe he is a senior, yeah. So close out his senior season and get some final thoughts from him. Fantastic athlete, super fun to watch. So hopefully we can get Wes to interview him. So reminder, the game next week, 7 p.m. Saturday evening. 6 p.m. That's a correction. 6 p.m. Saturday evening, Campo Verde High School. I believe that's in Gilbert, down in the valley. And I think that's on probably Germain between Val Vista and Greenfield. That's right, between Val Vista and Greenfield on Germain, Campo Verde High School. Next Saturday night, 6 p.m. So we're doing our best. Wes is going to head over, see if we can't catch number 28, Carson Barney, have a quick interview with him. We may not be able to get that one on video as they're clear on the other end of the field, but we'll see if we can get some audio so we can hear from him. So stand by for just a few minutes here. Uh-oh. All right, so we're going to turn it over to Wes. He's standing in the north end zone with number 28, Benson Bobcats, Carson Barney. So we're going to go ahead and kick it over to Wes.
All right, and you're live.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined with Mr. Carson Barney. Carson, give me some of your emotions, what you're going. I see a lot of hugs. I see a lot of brotherhood going on right now. Explain to me what's going through your mind right now.
I played with most of my team, most of my seniors since I was 5 years old. It's hard. It's well fought season. Couldn't be more proud of them.
I just talked to Mark on the other side, and he said the same thing. This is his last game in the Dome ever. And he said, I've been playing with these boys since third grade. And that's something, like capping off a season, capping off an experience. And so seeing you guys play, and when we were in Benson, I heard somebody say that there's a Barney on the team every year. It doesn't matter. If Benson's playing, Barney's playing. So tell me what that means. Football family, being a Barney, living that legacy. So what is that to be a Barney playing for Benson?
It's the biggest pleasure in the world. And it's nice to know that there's always going to be another Barney in there.
That's right. That's right. So what is the feeling of the team? I mean, obviously you don't want to end the season on the loss. You don't want to end the season in the playoffs. And so how has the season been on the whole for you guys? Kind of wrap up the emotions of how you guys have gone from the regular season into the playoffs.
We've had our bad games. We've had our good games. So we just learn from the good games and just keep going. Keep pushing. We want to give it all the time.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming up. Hard-fought battle. All of the Barneys are amazing to watch. It's been such a pleasure to watch you play. When we went to Benson, watch you guys again tonight. I mean, just seeing Jace just plow it up the middle, it's like unstoppable, man. And then watching you up the left side, it's like Round Valley did it, or you guys did it 10, 20 times, and yet Round Valley had a hard time recovering from it every time. You up the left side, you up the left side. And so it's neat to see that as many times as you guys did it, you were still able to be successful doing it. And so I think that's a big attribute to your line taking care of business, that you guys just getting it done that way.
I told them every time, line, I need you guys. They did it for me.
Right on, right on. Well, is there any shout-outs, anything that you'd like to say to wrap things up? We've got a lot of people from Benson watching the stream tonight, and I know it's way far away, but if you see the laptop light, is there anybody that you want to speak to right now, Carson Barney?
It's my team, my fans, community, love them all.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. Well done.
All right. Thanks, Wes.
Man, it's good to hear from those good young men. You know, you can tell from listening to Carson Barney that he's a good kid, good football player, hard worker, loves the game of football, but more importantly, loves the members of his team. He talked about brotherhood and playing with these guys since he was a kid, and that's what this is all about. I mean, that's really what sports and high school sports is all about, is teaching these young men how to be good men and good football players, and so that's a lot of fun to watch. So let's go ahead and close it out for the night. Super happy about the outcome of this game, obviously. Round Valley closes out with a victory tonight. We'll be playing next week, Campo Verde High School, Round Valley versus Santa Cruz, 6 p.m., Campo Verde High School down in the Valley. So I'm Sherrod Martin. I'm here with Ethan Holiday, Wes McBride, Stephen Pena, the Loft Legacy Teen Center video crew that just did an outstanding job tonight. Very, very thankful for them. Shout out to all of the sponsors that made this live stream possible. Thankful for your contributions and allowing us to do what we love to do and be able to bring you the game. So thanks for joining with us today. Ethan, close us out.
I'm so grateful that so many sponsors stepped up to make this possible. You know, it's a steep cost to do this, you know, for a small crew like we are. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So I'm just going to go through all the sponsors again, just so everyone knows that they got a shout out. They got some love tonight. Backwood Tees, thank you so much. Bingham Built, you know, doing great things with the CNC machine. Booger Red's Restaurant, Round Valley staple for many years. Brandy Irigoyen, self-care coach, fun and affordable natural-based pampering products. New sponsor this evening, Bryce Hamlin, attorney. You know, no one wants to have to use a lawyer, but when you need one, you need a good one. So call Bryce, great guy. Century 21, Diana Elmer, Richard Ayers. You guys are awesome. Been staples in the community for a long time. Dan Muth, OG sponsor. Just super stoked to still have you on board, helping us, you know, kind of make all this possible. Again, the live nativity December 21st to the 22nd. You know, that's free to anyone who wants to come, and it's open to the public. 259 East 2nd Street near the elementary school. It's a live nativity presentation, free cinnamon rolls, hot chocolate. It's an awesome time to celebrate what the spirit of the season's all about. Farmers Insurance, Troy Merrill, great guy, great insurance agent, located right there down by Hop In the small building in the parking lot. So happy to have him around with us. Awesome sponsor from Benson, had a viewing party in there last night. That's G&F Pizza Palace there in Benson. Looks like it's been a hometown favorite for 45 years, owned and operated by the Adams family. Thank you so much for helping us.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Is that the first time you think that's happened?
I don't think so.
Sorry. No, a big shout out to the Benson Chamber of Commerce and the Benson sponsors, the athletic director, Mr. Jacobson, for helping us get it to the people in Benson. It's been really cool. Really quick, before we leave, I want to give some love to the loft right here. We got Victor. Victor, it's so cool to see the kids. We were just talking. I feel like they did better. More, they're getting an eye for it. So is there anything that you want to say specifically about the loft, the program, this in particular? Help the people understand a little bit more about the loft and what you guys are doing over there.
Well, there's a lot of things we do. We have awesome programs. We teach art there. We have our Just Court judge comes and he teaches guitar lessons there.
Yeah, Gunnels, right?
Yeah,
That's so crazy.
Judge Gunnels, he's awesome. JB Engler, he does our art lessons. I do photography lessons over there. We have an awesome production team like you're seeing here. These guys are getting better and better. I just like to see them improve and get these skills so they can utilize them, after they leave high school or,
Well, these are applicable skills, right? They're learning video production. They're learning. You guys need to go see the loft. If you haven't been to St. John's, go talk to Judge Latham. Get a tour of the facility. There is so much cool technology in there. And it's not just Fortnite and Xbox. There's some really neat things where they're teaching them applicable skills. And I need to learn how to talk. But they're teaching them really neat skills that these kids can then take into a profession.
Oh, awesome! They're learning how to do drones, run drones, do video production. We did PSA for the St. John's Police Department where they did green screen work and stuff like that. They're learning just all kinds of stuff.
So if you have any questions about it, the lodge coming soon to Round Valley. But if you want to see what it's going to be like, get with Judge Latham, get with Victor, go check out the loft. It's an amazing thing to see proactively using funds in this way to help kids instead of reacting and having to kind of pivot kids when they get in a bad way. And so it's so cool seeing you. This is just a new thing. How did we not think about this earlier?
I don't know. It's just awesome. I love being proactive and, instead of being reactive, like you said. Right. It's nice to get these kids doing something else, something positive.
Well, Victor, thank you. Thank you for the staff, the St. John's kids that came, yourself, Paul Hancock, Judge Latham, for coming again and partnering with Let's Go Elks. I hope we can do this again in the future. It's been cool to see it grow and get better and better.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Right on. Jared, what do you think? Wrap us up. Let's get out of here.
I think we've had a really fantastic night. Again, super grateful for the loft and their abilities to really produce a well-videoed game. I mean, we had a lot of comments about how great they've done. Same thing during the St. John's game when we got to partner with them last time. And so just super excited about what we've been able to accomplish. And the game was just fantastic. The Elks played a hard-fought rushing game with Irigoyen, Bevel just having a fantastic night tonight, and then some good passing as well. I think the Benson Bobcats played tough. They played with class. I don't think they let it get them down. They didn't give up. They didn't get so frustrated that they started playing dumb football, and I think they played well and hard right to the end. So very good game, worthy of a playoff game, and super excited about what's going to happen next week with Round Valley Santa Cruz, Campo Verde High School.
Guys, just to wrap things up, I want to take a second and thank. I have been so humbled this week of the support that has come out for Let's Go Elks, and it really humbles me every week to see the support that we're getting, the things that we're able to accomplish. We talk about it in between plays and stuff as we are having so much fun and getting to do this for you guys, getting to bring you things live and getting to have some commentating, doing the interviews after just so many cool things. And this would not be possible without the amazing sponsor family and even more the unsung heroes, the people that come to me this week and said, I just want to help out. I don't want you to say my name. Please don't talk about me at all. But here's a little bit because I see what you're doing and we're so thankful. And just so to those people, you know who you are. Thank you so much for being the unsung heroes, the people that we don't talk about that's behind Let's Go Elks, because we couldn't do it without you guys. We couldn't do it this way. We started it off, and it was definitely garage band style situations, and
yes,
we still are. We absolutely still are.
Hey, we're making progress, though.
But like I said, everything we do, we try to do it a little bit better. Every stream, we want to make it a little bit better, and it wouldn't be possible without the cool sponsor family that we have. And so to you guys, and I'm sure Ethan and Cher took care of these people throughout the night, but if you want to be part of the sponsor family, please reach out to us. Hit me up on Facebook, or my cell phone has been on the stream. Let us know how we can help you in your organization and expose your brand to more and more people, and then in turn help us bring more community events in Round Valley to
the masses. So again, humbling that we get to do something that we love, and you guys are behind it. And so just a huge thanks to all the sponsors that we have that help us here tonight. So anything else, guys? I'm sure you wrapped it up as I was making the long trek back up to the box. So
yeah, I think we're good. Thank you
guys,
for being on.
We'll see you guys in the semifinals. Stay tuned for some Let's Go Elks updates. I'm Wesley McBride. This is Mr. Ethan Holiday, Sherrod Martin, Stephen Pena, Ryan Pena, and all of the loft that help us get it done that way. You guys have an amazing night. Good night.
Good night.